All other intelligent life died in mass extinctions, and we are most definitely next. Then you've got the Great Silence Theory. Aliens believe they are far more intelligent.
Sexy. We always fuck up the high fives.
We fucking made it. We're here. We're queer. We're proud of it. Cheers, boys.
Cheers,
Salut.
We got some wine tonight too.
Not me. I ain't drinking wine. That shit makes
DZ's not drinking wine. And then leave the cup under the thing for a few seconds.
Yeah, we have this running thing where DZ, if he was on Sportsbet, he'd be paying $1.02.
No.
Spill something.
It'd be 50 cents.
It'd be 50 cents.
You make no money on it. And the one time he does it, just almost put like $1 million on it.
Yeah.
Boys, cheers.
Salut.
Salute, man.
We got some wine tonight. We're going to switch it up a little bit. We got our dildos. We're here. Welcome back. Episode 105 or
4?
104.
104 of the Firecast, man. 100
104.
fucking episodes. Joey K, how are you? What's been going on? There's a big week this week, man. We got a big episode. So,
Yeah.
How are you though? What's been going on?
Yeah, I've been good, man. Just working away. I got chosen by my team in work to represent like my team in the new union renegotiations for like
The Sparky Olympics.
Yeah, every 4 years you get the renegotiation, so it's like renegotiate the contract, and we're going for like a 5% increase.
And they chose you.
Yeah, well, no, and they you're a good talker, you know how to talk, and I'm like, have you heard the podcast? Because you might rethink wanting me to represent you, but like we're going for like a 5% increase of the overall wage this year. So like next week when they do it this year till next April, will be 5% increase, and then 6% increase, and then another 6% the next year, and then 7% the next year. And then after that fourth year, you renegotiate again. So it's always going to go up, which is a kind of a thing where when it's written in a contract, you know it's happening. Whereas like a lot of other companies, like you still have to pull your weight in this company. Like you can't just be a bludger and expect to get... But in a lot of other companies, you just simply have to prove your worth, and it's all dependent on your efforts sometimes. But yeah, so I just came from a meeting in Bella Vista from 3 to 4 p.m. we were doing, but I booked OT, so I didn't clock out until I left the meeting, which is fair, you know what I mean? But yeah, and then just been doing that. Other than that, haven't really trained this week much. Have trained once this week, but that's just work again. I'll train tomorrow though. Train on Saturday. And then going away this weekend, Tori brought me, Red Balloon, the website. She got me for Christmas. We're only using it now, but she got me for Christmas this Mexican, like a Mexican cooking night where you make your own Mexican dish, but it's margaritas as well. So you have like a few margaritas and like cooked Mexican. But then we got a Airbnb close by, so we're just going to make a little night out of it, which I feel like it's good to just do little things that aren't necessarily huge, and you can just go away for a weekend, so you don't need time off work. And just doing that kind of semi-frequently whenever you can, I think is important in any relationship. But it kind of you kind of lose touch with that. There's always bits where you're like, oh shit, we haven't done anything like that in a little while. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I feel like
that sounds fun,
especially getting to the time of like, oh yeah, when are you going to propose? When are you going to propose? I feel like if you never do anything right, and then all of a sudden you do this grandiose...
It's obvious you're going to propose.
You buy the Harbour Bridge and you're like, hey, I want to take you on a special walk. We're going to have
does her nails, does her hair.
Yeah, we're going to fly a jet across the Atlantic Ocean. Or you're like, I feel like I need to keep her on her toes.
Yeah.
Because then she's never going to know when it's coming.
Smart.
You know what I mean? Yeah. What about you? What have you been doing, DC?
No, I've been alright, man. Same old. I don't really have anything to report this week, I don't think.
Just your album dropping tomorrow.
Oh, except that, I forgot. Album tomorrow.
Damn.
Things change. As you're listening to this, it's already out.
Yeah.
So go stream that.
So things do change.
Things do change. Yeah, it's a good one, man. I'm excited for this. A lot of people are excited. They've been talking to me, so thank you. Other than that, yeah, man, that's it. Just same old. Friendly Fire, how'd you pull up after your engagement, my friend?
Yes, if you're listening to this, I had my engagement past weekend, and God, I swear I've only just come good of yesterday. I was fucked, man. A little bit, and it was fun because everyone was pretty fucked at my engagement, which is, I expect nothing less.
Yeah, of course.
So, good fun. Come good. I also have not trained until today because of me trying to get over the hangover.
I thought about you the next morning as well because I was like, I was taking a piss and I'm like, because we left about 1:30, left yours. And I was just thinking, like, you were still going strong. Bombsy was in his element. And I was just thinking the next day, like, because we were brushing up on how crap you are at pulling up the next day.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder what he's doing right now.
Oh,
and I just imagine you lifting your head from the pillow. And you know how your hair is in the most weirdest position? I just imagine you waking up, you're like,
I went straight back.
Yeah. I wonder how rough he's feeling.
But I feel like the thing about hangovers is, especially when you get older, if you just sleep in, even though it's shit wasting your whole day, but if you just sleep in as long as you can, you wake up pretty good. It's usually the repercussions of like the Monday, Tuesday where you're feeling pretty seedy.
Do you struggle to sleep in though? Because I know Tori.
No, I will literally see. It's like my brain knows not to even bother opening my eyes because I'm going to be.
See, Tori was up
clopping it.
wide awake at 6:30, and then
Really?
I roll over.
That.
I roll over and like I'm in and out, and then I
Yeah.
roll over and she's like, "Good morning," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And that wakes me
Yeah.
up in a weird way.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
because she's so awake, I'm like, it wakes me up, but I can't sleep in anymore. Even from a hangover, I'm like, I'll get up and I might lay in bed for a bit longer, but I can't just go for like
Yeah.
ages.
No, the hangover sleep-ins for me, especially now that I'm fucking like 45 years old, is crazy. Like if I don't sleep in with the hangover, bro, I'll like literally, I'll be vomiting, like stumbling across the house and shit.
You and Chloe were a bit
I
stressed
cop 'em
at the start because it's like anything, you host any party and I felt the tensions were a bit like at the start when you kind of just worry a bit. There's something in your head that goes, I hope everyone has a good time, even though they're clearly going to have a good time.
No. It wasn't that at all. It was just the
formalities you wanted to get out of the way.
the formalities, and like I can only imagine the wedding where like you literally got to disappear for like an hour and a half, just photos. Don't get me wrong, I feel like I'm a fucking model, right? But even I have my limits. I was like, man, I was like 20 minutes in, I was like, God damn, I just want to go drink and dance and shit. But
That's a part of it though.
it's part of it. You got family members who you haven't seen in ages. They want a photo.
Yeah.
So you need photos, and then yada yada yada, and then I can only imagine a couple years down the track not getting photos with specific people and then going, fuck, I regret that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to have regrets about your night later down the track. So, but other than that, man, it was a fucking great night. I had a fucking hoot of a time.
Yeah.
Good fun. I guess we'll go to Community Penis,
Corner.
which we do have a speak pipe from a returning, someone we haven't heard from in a while.
I feel like we haven't had a speak pipe at all in a while.
Yeah, it has been a minute.
That wasn't Zexa.
Yeah.
Even Zexa.
Everyone's been quiet. I did do polls too. Got two interesting.
I have been lacking on the speak dick. So let's let me fucking log into this fucking bitch ass. We had a blackout last night too in St. Clair. If you live in St. Clair, anyone else get a blackout in their area?
No, I had a massive storm though.
Yeah, so but what was scary about the storm? It was like literally only electrical for like a solid 40 minutes before it rained. It was just no sound, no nothing. You could just see the lightning, and I was like, "Fuck, I haven't seen one of these in forever."
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, we just lose all power.
I didn't get power.
Gone.
But where I live, it was like the lightning was hitting right
Outside
our
the doorstep.
house, like fucking right there. It was fucking crazy.
All right, let me see if I'm.
Did you see Dubai flooding?
Yeah, they're copping a crazy
Really?
storm. Yeah, dude.
And they're saying it might be because of the cloud seeding, like because they cloud seed in Dubai.
What do you mean seed?
So cloud seeding is this thing. They've been doing it from the 90s. I saw a lot of people who are like, really? I thought it was a conspiracy theory. People think it's not real. But cloud seeding, they basically, they take jets up and they look for potential clouds that look promising. And then they like have special flares that have like salt and minerals and shit in them. And then the molecules bind to that. And it makes them rain. So basically, it makes it rain.
precipitation.
It makes rain happen quicker. Basically,
Oh, so they try to force rain.
but
Why is it?
'cause
Because they're so dry over
it's
there?
so dry. It's in the middle of the desert, right? So, but that's what they've been doing. So a lot of the debate is, was this torrential rain? They had a year's worth of rain in one day.
Wow. So
And
all the seeds finally
That's
just
a
gone
year's worth in Dubai though.
In
So
Dubai,
it's
it was 4
different.
inches. 4 inches in one day.
4 inches.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
They
In terms of rainfall.
they
That's
don't
a
know,
shit ton.
They don't know if it's from cloud seeding, but A lot of that's like the debate whether if Dubai's cloud seeding had something to do with it, on top of like maybe just a natural phenomenon. But yeah, they're cleaning up now. Cleanup process has started. But have you seen the videos of all the cars? It's flooded as fuck, man.
No, I haven't seen it.
The airport was saying, please don't come to the airport anymore. Like stop. The planes are like in fucking water. Like it was crazy. It's wild. I'm surprised you haven't seen any videos.
Yeah.
Cars in the water. People, and because they're so rich over there, people instead of taking their cars on the road, they had their jet skis.
Of course.
Jet skis to get around.
It's either jet skis or a homeless guy floating on a door. I guess either one of the two.
Yeah, well, that was wild.
A floating Arab on
It's been a wild week, man.
It has been a crazy week. There's a lot of shit we got to talk
Anyway,
about,
we'll
man.
get
It's
into that,
fucking
but
crazy.
let's hit the speed.
Here we go. The return of old Megatropolis returns. Let's see what he has to say today.
Okay, boys, I've got a couple of takes on your controversial subjects from last episode. First of all, atomic weapons. If we're giving them up, who are we giving them up to? Some friendly American? Some Chinese dude that's going to store him in his basement of his noodle shop? Someone's got to have that power. If you take them away, something else is just going to come in and fill that vacuum. And I think countries having atomic weapons acts as a deterrent against the other countries using them, because no one wants to start that shit. Secondly, men making laws on women's bodies. I don't think it should be as black and white as that. That's what's wrong nowadays. Everything's black and white. There's no in between. When it comes to that, it's a society thing. It affects us as a community. I think everyone should have a say in that, and the discussion should be open, not this yelling shit. Okay, but abortion should be legal, should be the woman's choice, but a man should have a say in it too. For instance, a happily married couple, she wants to destroy it, he wants to keep it. That's half his baby. He should have the choice. The same as if two strangers have a one-night stand and accidentally get pregnant, he should have a say in whether or not he's involved in that future, which includes child support, because it was an accident. He didn't enter into it willingly. You know what I mean? So it's a discussion that should be had without yelling.
Yeah.
Good points. Very good points.
Yeah.
I think a problem in today's society is the inability to have open discussion with someone you disagree with.
Yeah.
But in general, I mean, yeah, I agree with your points.
And in terms of the weapons, we kind of established that it couldn't happen in an ideal world. Yeah, but it can't really happen when you give them up. Like you said, who do you give them up to? But
Give him back to
if
Oppenheimer.
you just click your fingers and have them cease to exist.
yeah,
Let's all give him to King Jong-un.
Yeah,
yes, give him to him. He'll take good care of him.
play Katy. Play Katy Perry.
No worry. This guy's got a massive.
I get rid for you. I get rid for you.
Got a massive warehouse of this shit. He loves it. He's got a massive heart on. He's like, yeah. Oh my god.
I think. No worries.
It's him dressed up as another Asian dude. He's like, I take for you. Kim, we know it's you, man. It's like, no, you're not Kim.
Not Kim.
Yeah, good points, bro. I agree. The abortion thing, yeah.
It isn't so black and white, is it? But
Nothing is.
yeah,
I think
you'd
it's
like to think after a one night stand, both people say no to keeping it, because it's like
a one-night stand. That's the point of a one-night stand,
yeah.
right?
And it's like the movie Knocked Up.
Oh yeah, Seth Rogen.
Yeah. Yeah, they are very good points. Then we'll move on. Meg's got another one. It only goes for 30 seconds, so I'm going to assume he's adding on to
His last point.
the last point.
And I also hate to disappoint young, impressionable Joey over here, because his joy is so beautiful. But brother, Velociraptor, it wasn't the same as what it was in the movies. It was actually the size of a small dog. Deinonychus was actually the big version of a raptor in that gene pool, in that family. But Steven Spielberg didn't think Deinonychus sounded cool enough, so he used Velociraptor because it just sounds better.
Oh.
Okay. Deinonychus.
Wow, that is kind of gay.
Yeah.
But I feel like, so Velociraptors are like chihuahuas.
Yeah.
Imagine 100 of them chasing you. That'd be scarier than a big thing, right? You've got
Yeah.
100 of these little chihuahuas, like, ooh.
Well, it's like that question: would you rather fight?
112-year-olds or what is it?
Oh yeah, 112-year-olds or 12. Wait, 100-year-olds.
100-year-olds?
Yeah.
100-year-olds?
Yeah, yeah.
That'd be easier. Fuck up to 100-year-olds.
What's the question? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I thought it was, do you want to fight a chicken every day for the rest of
no.
your life, or fight a lion cub once a year or
Or
something.
it's like a dog-sized chicken.
Or like a
I don't fucking know. But what about this one, Ready? What is the smallest amount of money you would stick your hand in and fish out of a toilet?
smallest
The smallest amount of money.
dollar.
So you walk into the toilet, you see money floating in the bowl.
Dollar.
How much does it have to be for you to reach it?
100.
$100. You reckon $100?
If I got a green one fresh green, I'd be like, and no one knows, so the shame is just for you
But
to
it's
take
in a
on.
poo though.
But
Oh, it's in a poo?
No,
In a
I'll
poo.
probably do $20 or something. But let's say if it's clear water, bro,
Yeah.
$20.
Or if it's one of those service station toilets where there's skid marks
Yeah,
all
yeah,
through
yeah,
it.
Yeah, what if there's poo in there?
There's
Yeah,
vomit,
poo,
a bit of
poo.
vomit.
How much in a tradie
Yeah.
tradie fucking
A tradie
cubicle?
toilet when Asian
Benjamin.
Asian Gyprockers just finished in there. Probably 300. hey, and you bet your ass. I'm not telling anyone, bro. I'm like,
straight in the wallet.
I'll be washing that shit. Like,
What about you, Iggy? How much?
Told you, man. Gold coin.
Gold coin?
Fuck yeah, gold coin. Fucking gold coin's a soft serve. Oh, actually, no. Soft serve's like $1.10 now,
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Can't even
Yeah,
get
you're
a
right. Maybe $20.
so you go with your shit dollar coin and you
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to Macca's and they're like, sorry, that's 10 cents more.
Oh, you're like, you freak. $20.
Is there any
We've got one more. We've got one more. Then we'll go for your polls. Again, good to hear from you, Mr. Megalotrop.
I know.
it's
How
been
you
a
been,
while.
mate?
Been a long time. We've got one from Anonymous. Here we go.
Yo, what's good, FireCast? Hope you guys
Yes.
had a good week. We've all been a bit busy. Just have a question in regards to last podcast. You guys were talking about was it social political issues and or social ideology, and like about parents being held accountable and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys have heard, but there was a stabbing at the church, right? And the kid was like 15, 16. And of course, the media's there, but Islamic terrorists, whatever. But then doctors, whatever, people are saying he's also mentally ill to do that. But anyway, I just want to know, should his parents be held accountable in that situation? Or is it his own fault for doing that and his own fault? Because I believe his parents have obviously neglected him at some point.
That's a good
Well,
question.
that is an
Well,
interesting.
first of all, I think he was an Orthodox Christian. I don't know if he was
Yeah, yeah.
Muslim
Look-
because I think that kid attacked him because apparently he's very famous on TikTok, that priest. Apparently he insulted the Islamic religion. According
Yeah,
to
yeah,
him,
yeah.
he took something he said,
Yeah.
took it. He felt like he was dissing the Islamic religion, and that was his motive for trying to stab.
Look, I won't get too much into it because I did want to bring that incident up.
Yeah.
But do I think the parents could be held accountable? I mean, again, this one's a tricky one because religion, man. Like, I'm sorry, but if this proves my point with my view on religion. If your faith or beliefs get to you that bad that you're gonna stab someone at that age, that's called brainwashing and manipulation.
100%.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All of manipulating and manipulation. That's brainwashing. That's illegal.
But how come there's so
illegal. You
many?
can't do it.
There's so many Muslims out there, right,
But
that aren't brainwashed, but they're just as devout. But isn't it on the person and what they do with that information and how they act after? As in, like a lot of Muslim people would have heard this, Orthodox Christian priest say whatever he said. I don't even know what he said, and they would have just been like, "Okay, fair enough. It's a bit shit, but whatever. I'll move on." But this kid chose to do that, so. I don't know. It's more on religion than it is on the parents. I feel, or maybe if I'm sure his parents aren't saying, "Hey, go stab that priest."
Yeah.
Just because they must drill the Islamic religion into him. That's no crime against humanity. That's just like a devout, religious person.
But that's what I mean though. It's like also when an infant's mind, you can literally grab it and mold it to your liking.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that they're doing it. Even if you just think you're just trying to educate your children on religion. But if you're going heavy at it, like heavy, which I can imagine a lot of families would be doing that
Yeah.
shit. They're going, no, you got to pray. Every other religion's this. If you don't do this, you're going to go to hell. I'm sure they do it. And you don't bullshit me that people don't, because I'm sure they still do that shit. That molds the young person's brain. And if you weren't doing that, he could have maybe, by the time he's 16, never ever thought of stabbing someone.
Yeah.
But if the parents just educate him, this is what we believe, the choice is yours, yada, 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 this is what we do this on Sundays, we don't eat fucking this on this day, yada, yada, yada. That's it. But if you're drilling it into a young kid, drilling it, by the time this motherfucker's 17, 18, of course he's a little fucking devout feral.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just my opinion, though. I don't know. People might find...
That's facts, man. That's
Like-
that's the most facts you've said, I think, bro. Like,
That's just my opinion.
I'm sick of hearing these religion stuff because religion's at the core level is not the fucking fundamental problem. The problem is it's so open. Every religion is so open to interpretation. And then people try to, even though it's so open, they try to pretend like it's not. And it's black and white. And that the Bible or the Quran or whatever is definitely saying this. And this is how we should live. When it's all just metaphorical and shit to help you spiritually. So then when you try to apply it to a grander institution and try to paint it as like, this is how we should all act. This is what our holy book tells us to act. It's not going to work because everyone reads it and thinks it differently because it's also cryptic, man, all these Bibles and religions and shit. And if all religion is based on spiritual growth and peace and love.
Yeah.
So then it's just crazy that you could interpret that as you needing to stab anyone who disagrees with your religion when they're all the same shit.
He's going he's contradicting his whole religion.
Exactly.
It's just, it's so stupid. And it's just, I don't know. I feel like these days are coming to an end where all these religious problems are happening. I feel like we are moving into a...
fucking hope so.
I feel like we are. It might take a while, but I feel like this
More
stuff
progressive?
more... It like just... You know, I feel like we're going to stop having these crazy, you know...
I think it'll always be a thing, but it'll be less at the forefront.
Because it already is. Like, if you look back in the day, the way every country worked was based on religion. Religion was basically the government back in the day. And now, like, you see how religion is less and less of... Like, religion's important to a lot of people, and it's good, man. It's good if you use it right, if you use it to better yourself. But don't impose it on other people. That's the problem. You can't impose religion on people, man. Anyway,
but we'll swing round back to that because I've got a couple of things I want to say about this priest that got stabbed because there was a couple of things I saw that I was like, hold on a second, this guy, like, you know what I mean?
We'll circle back.
You got some polls. We'll just get through so thank you for the speak pipes. It's always good to hear from you guys. Thank you very much.
Brought the polls back because I was curious about a couple of things. I said, do you think the universe is infinite? 12 votes for yes.
What does that mean?
4 votes for no.
I think it is. Which means like everything that's ever happened, like even us sitting down recording this podcast, everything, even having that beer tower, pouring yourself a beverage, everything's happened an infinite amount of times. Like it's just a forever cycle. It never stops. As in like it doesn't delve into the Graham Hancock thing with the cataclysmic events in terms of a reset. But then it just keeps going. It restarts.
Well,
isn't that kind of it?
What you're thinking of is a little different to what I was talking. Like, so what I mean by infinite, right? So the theory is right. We believe the Big Bang, right? That's what the main leading theory of what the universe is. So you're sort of on the right path of what I was talking about. So like the universe, if the universe is infinite, it means there's no edge of space. Right, because they think from the Big Bang, space is continuously expanding, and it just continuously expands forever.
Oh, okay.
Right?
So it's constantly going across the cosmos.
So it's
like,
infinite.
I've thought that.
Yeah. There's a couple strange things that happens, man, because if the universe is infinite, right, the molecules and atoms we're made up of can only be arranged in a finite amount of ways. It's a huge number, incomprehensible number, but there's only a limited amount of ways atoms can be made. So if it really is infinite, which means forever,
we should have stretchy limbs.
No, eventually those atoms will be rearranged in the same configuration, which means eventually there will be another version of us out there in the universe sitting here having this exact. Because you know what I'm saying?
It's kind of like the Home and Away episodes, right? They always have to recycle storylines because how much shit can really happen at Palm Beach?
Yeah, sort of.
You know what I mean?
But the other problem is, if it's not infinite, which some people believe, is like what is on the edge of space. So there'll be an edge, right? A theoretical edge. What is it? What's beyond?
I've always thought about that.
Like, what is the
like
universe?
If you're floating in space, where do you stop? Do you stop?
That's the thing.
Is it like the DVD? Remember the DVD thing that would hit this corner of the screen like this?
That's it. Yeah.
It's like,
exactly.
Is
like
there an
that.
end? Like
that's the question, and like there's a lot of theories, but we just don't really know, man. It's impossible to say.
It's not out of the the question to say it's infinite, because the fact that whole thing exists, like we all exist, it's like, who's to say it's not infinite?
We are in a fucking simulation, bro. I'm telling you right now. That's the only thing that makes sense, bro. I used to be so against that theory. Bro, we are NPCs. Bro, I was fucking driving and I was thinking a list of give me a list, right, just quickly. The most NPC things we could do. I'll give you a couple. Mowing the lawns, doing the groceries, driving from A to B, filling up petrol at the petrol station.
Yeah. Anything.
Walking your dog.
Yeah.
You just do it. It's like
taking a shit.
It's like, what the and then it makes me spin out, man. I'm telling you, bro. We're in a simulation. Have to be.
Well,
have to be.
The other question I said, I think, is related to that. I don't remember what I said. Well, no, not really. But I think a simulation's a good theory. I'm a pretty big believer that
have to be, dude.
Because if you look at how we're going, eventually we're going to make a simulation. Eventually it's going to be just like, you know what I mean? So who's to say it hasn't already happened?
Can they coexist though? The world being infinite and a simulation?
No, one or the other.
It's one or the other, right?
One or the other.
I also think we're probably like a tiny atom, because if you zoom into things, it literally starts to look like the universe.
Yes.
Like you zoom into the, like really close into things and you just keep going and going and going. It like basically infinitely goes inwards as it does outwards. So it's like, who's not to say this whole universe and experience isn't just a cell in a greater being?
We're in the cell of a giant nutsack.
Like, bro,
we have to be.
And we think we're so important, eh?
And then I said, what is worse, that we are alone in the universe or that there is other alien civilizations out there?
I hope we're not alone.
11 votes.
Alone.
11 votes for it'll be worse if we're alone in the universe, and 4 votes for it'll be worse if there's other
If we're alone, we are fucked.
Doomed.
We're doomed. We need something to come shake things up and save us and make us snap out of this crazy shit we're doing. Because I'm telling you right now, if we're somehow the only motherfuckers out here,
we're going to implode.
Oh, man.
I think Brian Cox talks about this quite a lot, but I think what he says is very important. It's like, I don't believe we are alone. Brian Cox doesn't either. He says this, he thinks there may be like, it's rare. He thinks it's rare, but we're not alone. So he thinks maybe there's like 1 or 2 civilizations like us in a galaxy.
Yeah,
so
somewhere,
in the Milky Way galaxy, there might be one other civilization like us, right? Sentient things. And if we are alone, and you look at the state of geopolitics in the world, what are we doing to ourselves, bro? We're literally, imagine we blow ourselves up. We're the only thing that has ever been able to experience this life, and we ruin it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That thought alone should just be like essential for governments. Like, how can you think that and then want to fucking nuke these guys and you stab this guy for his religion? It's like, bro.
Exactly. That simple thought, and then you got fucking guys stabbing people over what a paragraph in their favorite book said.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. Like, seriously, bro, come on. I'm starting a religion. It's going to be called Alien Sentient Being Religion. And it's just, we're going to paint ourselves green and it's just peace
That'll be
and
a
love.
sick altar.
I'm telling you,
you could just
bro.
make like a mad spaceship UFO. Instead of Jesus on the cross,
It's
it'll just be
me in an alien suit, and my dick is huge.
and throbbing as
10
well.
times bigger than what it actually is.
Yeah, it's
You know what I mean, man? We're living in crazy times, man. People acting crazy.
Yeah.
Because every motherfucker, you motherfuckers are all bored. That's the problem. Fucking do some shit.
you know, idle hands are the devil's playground.
That's
my
it.
friend. Very true. People are too bored. People are too stupid.
Everyone's too, what's the word? Everyone's too complacent.
I'd be pretty
discipline.
disappointed.
comfortable.
I'd be pretty disappointed if we were the only ones here, because I'd be like, I've always thought there was just a civilization, like sentient beings that were like above us, and like as in like
I know you wish, like,
yeah, and like they come down, and I'm not even. It's not even an ego thing. Like, hey, you can fly. I can fly.
Take me.
Yeah. Like I'd be like, oh, you are like the final form, and we're like yet to get there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fucking scary as fuck.
Well, but then you think like people think there's aliens that have visited us and shit, and you got like Bob Lazar, who's fucking pretty compelling, and like the shit he said about the way the UFOs operated, and then so many years later, the US government starts releasing footage of how the fucking things move, and it's literally what Bob Lazar was describing.
But then they speculate that it's just the government, that they have access to these things that can, you know, fly at 1,000,000 miles an hour, do all this stuff, and they don't tell us. You know what I mean? Like,
Of course they would. They'd have drones and shit that do crazy shit.
you know what I mean? So
Crazy
there's that.
shit.
There's like, why would they want us to know? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird. The world, it's full of possibilities, man, and we know so little.
And we'll always know so little.
We know
can just,
nothing.
We can just speculate.
We know nothing, man.
Now, one day there's going to be one giant thing that just gets revealed. Like it's like the Wizard of Oz and the curtain drops, and then we're like, we might be like 50 or 60 or maybe even 70, or we're on our deathbed, and next minute there's just like a fucking Martians enter the world from the fucking outer space.
Fucking hope so. Something needs to happen because everyone's fucking acting crazy, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's acting crazy lately. Should we? This week was difficult.
It was.
Right. I'm going to say, round of applause. This was the best week yet of Flow for Kaina, in my opinion. There was a lot of good submissions, man, where I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, damn. Like, I was like, holy.
American, English,
Australian. Fucking someone sent a fucking Busty sent a Wombat collab with him and Wombat. I was like, damn, that was a submission.
So I didn't choose that one because I thought it has Wombat in it. Is that a cheat?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like,
I didn't choose that because of that reason.
So did I, just because it's Wombat.
It's Wombat, bro. Anything with Wombat on it, it's like
he's kind of the next level. But you know what I mean? This one was fucking difficult. So let's have a look
would
the...
would Wombat have said did that verse for him personally?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Those things I was talking about are like, there's only certain artists that, like, big name. Like Lil Wayne, I saw was doing one. Okay. So, like, yeah, Wombat definitely isn't doing that shit.
He'd get paid for it, though, right? Or
yeah. It's a job, man.
At what point do you get paid for it, though?
Oh, I've been paid for verses before too.
Okay,
it depends how much you charge.
Okay,
like I would charge people $30 for a fucking verse.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, well, if I don't fuck with them, if I fuck with you, I do it for free. But
yeah.
Well, I had a feeling this was going to happen.
200. Is that what you're talking about?
No, we both picked the same song.
High five.
So it's 5-5 now.
5-5
automatically. Unless
you want to change, one of you want to change it.
I've got that's my
I
pick.
think you know what I think.
A backup?
Yeah, no. I think we need to allow this to happen because this is the first time it's happened so far on Flow Focus. And I'm happy with what we chose.
This is a banger, man. So we'll play it. So
there is one more song which was called what was it called? I got it here, and it was like I thought you would have chosen this as well. I thought you might have chosen the same as me, but then there was one called Melody or something. Melody or something about melody. It has the word melody in it. It's a feel good
through the melody.
Yeah. And that was kind of crack up. All right, this one.
So for the first time ever since we've started Flow Focus, me and Joel, we have picked the same song. Therefore, if the judge agrees, we get a point each. Here's the winner, and we'll just play that one because honestly, everything, in my opinion, was a banger this week. It was very difficult, but there was one main reason why I chose this track.
Was that before you say it? Was it the production, that cool, the sound of it?
Bro, it was that and the fact that he reminded me of Earl Sweatshirt.
Yeah.
That's instantly I was like, oh my God. So
he had a Kingpin verse that was pretty cool as well.
Yeah. So let's play this, guys.
Who's the artist again? So it's called
Cam Cole. The song's called CTE. Me and Joey have both picked this song for our Flow Focus finalists. So let's give it a little listen.
You gotta be in the know to know, you know?
No.
And that's why you've never heard of them. But trust me, these guys are like real musicians. Just listen to some of this and it'll blow that poppy trash music right out of your head.
That's regular show.
Look.
That's hard already.
Man.
But
Give it some.
look, 50 points on the board, please check my assist. Your girl front row at my shows, please check on your bitch. Know I'm king with the pen, now they calling me Fisk. Ask these niggas for a feature, I ain't taking a risk. Cause none of these rappers gonna live up to the shit that I spit. You the type play truth and dare and ask a chick for a kiss. You can be a silver slugger, still ain't letting you hit. This is where the fun begins, the revenge of the Sith.
Keep up.
This is where the fun begins.
Let's go.
Alright. Look, had had dreams to make it big, now his mission is compromised. I'm the type to shoot shots at the ones that I idolize, cause real hip-hop was never about all them dollar signs. Ray Charles trying to color, man, you niggas is out of line. If you think my rhymes weak, I mean sheesh, at least I'm right in mine. These rappers Joe Schmo's not the one who be cotton-eyed. Y'all sipping from the tap, what I'm sipping is alkaline. I'm gonna drop a couple singles, then I'm moving on album time. Told Hugh they wasn't ready, CTE had to change your mind. If you up and hold it steady, if you miss, leave your baby crying. Them chains got your neck turning green, all the ladies sighing. Bad boy like the ones who shocked the game back in '89. I'm back, baby. Came to show 'em, it ain't always what it seemed to be. Read through all my poems, you gon' see what this shit mean to me. They ask me how I do it, dog, just know I do it easily.
Shit.
Man, who the fuck is this guy?
That's L Sweatshirt.
Who the fuck is this guy?
This is where the fun begins. The Revenge of the Sith, bro.
Because
God damn.
the start of the movie when they're in the ships, that's what Anakin says. He's like, "This is where the fun begins." In the Revenge of the Sith.
God, man, this guy, we need to hit this guy up. Shit,
Yeah,
he
that's
is
fire, man.
incredible.
Yeah.
Beat's dope too. I wonder if where you got that beat from, man.
Let me just check his Spotify followers. I'm pretty sure he's only got 580. He looks like L Sweatshirt too, man.
580 what, followers or?
Yeah, 580 followers.
Or listeners, monthly listeners?
They're monthly listeners or whatever the fuck.
Damn, man. See, that's a shame, man. You know, talent only gets you so far, but you got it, bro. Like, there's nothing negative I can even try to say about that, bro.
And even they call me King with the pin. Now they calling me Fisk because Kingpin's name is Fisk.
Well, see, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
but
okay.
There you go.
Something Fisk. I forget.
Dope, man. There's a good chance I would have chosen that regardless.
Yeah. There was one other one that was a more feel-good song, which I thought, but the only reason I was going to choose that was because I thought I was trying to like cater to your taste.
Right.
And I was like, because that was mine. It was a short song. I would have liked it to be a bit longer, but it was just that production as well. Was that the piano?
Yeah, piano. That's a jazz beat.
Jazz
That's
beat?
100%
Yeah, that's
jazz.
jazz.
Yeah.
He sounds like L Sweatshirt.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
He even is it? That's not L. Nah.
No.
No, it can't be.
Can't be, right? He even looks like
Show me a picture.
He looks like a jacked L Sweatshirt. I know. Yeah, look.
There was a few other bars about.
Yeah, L was not that big, but look.
There was a few other bars about his neck's turning green from the chain, probably saying this is fake chain.
The fake chain, yeah.
And then, so shit like that, bro. Like, yeah.
It's fire, bro.
Congrats, man. You're the winner, man.
Yeah, man.
You are the winner.
What's that? You both 5-5.
5-5. We're tied.
And
We are tied.
that's an undisputed winner because there was no contention in that. Like there was, but in terms of us choosing the same, it's kind of like clear winner.
It's weird too because when I was setting up, I was thinking, I was like, because I was listening to it again when you was on the way, and I was like, I'm like, Joey's gonna pick this. I was like, I had this inkling. I was like,
same.
I'm like, if he doesn't pick this, this is definitely gonna win. I was like, so I know him. He's gonna pick this to go for the dub. So
You know what? I actually kind of like that. If you both pick the same, we just give you both a point, and because then it's a big up to them. Like you're undisputed.
Because it's not just about who's ahead. It's about like
showcasing the.
don't forget
I like
too,
that. Yeah.
just what are the odds of that happening are pretty rare.
Out of 50.
50 songs.
Out of 50 songs, but out of all the hundreds that I had to go through to get onto the playlist, then out of the 50, you got chosen by both of the judges. You know what I mean?
So that's dope, man. 5-5. Give a shout out to the playlist, everyone on there.
FireCast on the ground. So we've got some submissions. We'll play Through the Melody one as well.
200 followers, by the way.
Yep, we're at 202 followers. So thank you, everyone. We got Jazz on there with a new song again. We've got Money Breeze, Kid Pro,
also,
Ugly MC.
Out the window with you and
Holloway.
Holloway. I didn't know Holloway could rap.
Yeah, well, he was fucking around. Like
No, but it's fucking around. It's fucking around. It's not like intricate, but he's killed it.
Yeah, he's good.
I was
man.
like, bro, Holloway, man.
Jim's
I love
out the
Holloway.
window.
Listen, cater for me a bit here, Holloway. I like all your singing shit and all that. You're a good singer, but bring out more of that shit as well, because that shit was fire. And you go bar for bar, and your bars as well. Something about where the shit. That's Johnny Depp and Amber Heard.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So there was a lot of buzz. That was my other one I was choosing, but then I thought that was cheating because it's one of your songs, and I feel like it's not a submission, so it's like I can't choose it. But this other one that Iggy's going to play now, that was one of my other one of my other choices.
We've also got Ugly MC who sent some very nice words about us as well. So shout out to you, bro. Busty Wombat Crosby, Young Hitman, Wave Fortitude, Young Scorcher, 20 Blitz, Morgan Wong, West Side, Buddha Man, Nove, Andy.
Some weird names.
Big Swag. Like, just for everyone spelling all their shit fucked up and shit. Like, just fucking hell. Blacksmith, Sydney Bryce. Shout out to all you guys. Submissions this week were fucking dope, man. I personally don't think we're going to get a week like this in a while. So, if you're listening, I would highly suggest you do go through this week's playlist before I do the changes on this coming Monday.
Yeah, there's some cracker songs.
Because there are some cracker songs that I can guarantee you will at least save one of these songs to your playlist. I know I've already saved like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
So let's give a peep to our runner-up, Through the Melody by Blacksmith and Deli Rowe. This is good too, man.
I'm just at the oncology unit now, so we're just making our way up to the Kenny. So I'll see you there. Cheers, mate. So hi, Cam. It's Daz here. Give us a call back, or I'll try you again a little bit later. Okay, cheers.
I can't see him coming down my eyes, so I need to let this song. I heard this beat for a reason, gave me meaning to write about the meaning of life, and if I'm treating it right, my common sense by your side, I wish there could be a light. Felt like this never-ending battle, are we beating that fight? I guess it's hard to say and it's hard to tell, still trying to navigate some sunshine through a path of hell. Another page to the story that these scars can tell. Felt like I lost part of my spirit and my heart as well. Past repeating, but we won't be defeated, I know. Just wish I had some understanding.
Oh, damn, man.
That's fire, man.
There was more I could have done, God only knows how you cope. My train of thought evaporating through the cigarette smoke. Still, gotta be strong, forever live on. My teardrops across the pages, I was writing this song. Not just my dad, my best friend, you were right all along. You were the biggest inspiration from the proudest of sons. Nobody knows what's round the corner, what will be, will be. The way the
backing vocals,
Yeah,
that's
what we like, man.
That's dope.
I'll still sing a few words through the melody. Nobody knows what's round the corner, what will be, will be.
Oh, that's fire, man. Look, remember last week with Clouds, right? Clouds, I said, had simple, very simple lyrics. This is a similar vibe, but his lyrics, the rhymes aren't very simple. They're clever rhymes. Those good rhymes. What did you? I already forgot the bar.
I remember you were saying how this is why I thought I was going to choose that, because last week you were saying Clouds, the bars were more simple, but as an overall song, you're more likely to play Clouds in your car rather than the other song. When I was driving home, I was pumping this because that was one of the songs I added to my playlist. But I listened to that more than I did CTE, even though I loved CTE as well lyrically in that. And then I thought, that song Through the Melody is more of a vibe, as in like, it's like you're driving home on a Friday, what will be, will be.
Yeah.
And then it's like that back, the girl that was singing in the back.
Yeah, see,
Yeah, I might have chose that, man.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie,
that's
bro.
what I mean. So I don't know, who knows? But
it's just, we need a fucking female vocalist. I would love to do some music where the female vocalist doesn't do anything crazy. She just layers your vocals with your shit you're saying. She just sings it and gives us a mad layer.
Have you
know what I mean?
tried?
Of course I tried, and
Now,
everyone,
come
they're your
on,
ass, man.
There's plenty, bro.
Who?
Bro.
Everyone I've asked is too busy to make music, apparently, because everyone's that busy.
I could find someone, man. Both good songs, both very good artists, clearly with experience. Both the mixes on that were pretty good. Fucking both the masters, everything was pretty good. That one was fucking pretty loud.
I was going to say loud.
It sounded like fucking Kings, man. Like, so, you know,
it was on the
good
borderline of being too loud. It wasn't too loud. You can still hear him, but there was a good kind of. That's what you usually do your songs at, right, Iggy?
Yeah,
some of them
pretty loud.
I like to aim for loud
because it's good when you put them on speakers, man. You put them on big speakers or in public or something. It sounds crisp. It's good.
Yeah.
The backing vocals may have won me over on that. If we did the contest. The fact that she will be and he's going with her, like
who knows? I could be up 5-4 here if I chose
maybe.
that. But I'm not always gonna pick songs like that though. I will not always, because that CTE song is fucking really cracker too, man. I don't know. Depends what mood I'm in, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. There you have it. 5-5.
Focus, man.
Vote for Kino.
Thank you for the submissions. Thank you for checking
as
out.
always.
So last week we chose
Sociopolitical. DZ chose, social-political. Now, Joey K, you can choose out of. You've got religion, masculinity, schools, or other? So others is kind of like a mix of shit.
Well, I think because we've already touched on it, let's go religion.
Okay,
Yeah.
interesting. So
The fuck was that?
my little doggy's coughing. So she says, what is your stance on the existence of an afterlife and how does this impact your views on life and death? Good question. What is your stance on the existence of an afterlife? How does this impact your views on life and death?
I believe there is one, and it makes my life fucking way more manageable and way better. I believe very much in like Buddhist or spiritual schools of thought. So I believe everyone is one. We are all essentially the same consciousness and the same essence. And even though we were talking about the universe before, I essentially believe that whole universe is... Fucking hell, you're poisoning me with the fucking vape. It's getting down my fucking... making me cough.
You're not having any?
It was like... Yeah, but I wasn't expecting it. My mouth was open and it fucking went down my throat.
Goddamn fly in here. Ghetto ass reporter.
But yeah, I think we're just consciousness experiencing itself. Like if you were consciousness, like just floating through the vastness of empty blackness, you could do anything. What would you do? You'd want to experience your creation. How would you do that? You'd split yourself up into 8 billion different little individual minds, and they would, and you'd make them forget what they are. You know, so I believe once we die, it's just the beginning. We go back to the source. You know, I think this life is all about creation. I've been listening to a guy a lot called Shong Yi. He's a Shaolin monk, and fuck, he's so dope, man. Like just that type of thinking, Buddhist, you know, monks type of shit, all that shit is what I believe. And I believe when we die, we just go back to the source. And I don't know what exactly happens, but I know we're in good hands, no matter what you do. You know, I think it all works on energy and karma sort of thing. So if you're a terrible person and you kill people and you're a fucking crazy cunt, I don't think there's a good afterlife for you. I think you just disintegrate and turn into nothingness.
You just disappear, yeah.
But I feel like maybe you go to like a place where you match your energy. If you live your life true and good and wholesome, you go to a good place, I think.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
Something interesting that this guy was saying, which I've really resonated with too, is that he was saying, he goes, right, so regardless of what religion you believe in, right, regardless, it's all the same shit, right? Everyone believes that there's a maker and you're going to go meet your maker when you move on from this universe, right? And he was saying, he goes, so when I die, he goes, whoever my maker is, whoever it is I'm going to meet, wherever I go, I don't want to get there with any regrets and any thoughts of, oh, what if, or I could have done this, should have done that. And he goes, what would you do, right, if you finally come to your judgment day, right? And there is something else out there where your soul goes to when you move on. And you walk up and your maker's there, you know, he's got a beard or a robe, whatever the fuck it is you believe. And he's got like a big board, and on the board it says your name, and it says CEO, successful businessman, I don't know, fucking owned multiple properties, rich, was well off, family was all secure. And you walk up and you go, hold on a second, that's not me, that's the wrong guy. I didn't do any of that. And he just looks at you and goes, well, yeah, that's what you were supposed to do. That's what you were going to live up to. But you never pursued nothing. You never did anything. You always lived your life thinking, what if, regretting this, regretting that. But that's what I had planned for you. He goes, I don't want to get to that stage with that. And I was like, fuck. I was like, damn. I was like, that's kind of cool. So he just does everything like hard out, bro. And he's just full on, like, kind of like a David Goggins style type shit, but not like that, like more with, you know, businesses and shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was like, damn, that's fucking interesting. It made me think a little bit. I was like, damn, like, you're right.
Yeah.
You know, when you finally pass, you want to meet your maker at your full capacity of what you were supposed to be on this earth.
Well, what do you believe, though? What is your belief?
That's a good question. I don't even know what I believe.
Don't know, do you?
I got no idea. I got no idea. I believe we're going to go somewhere. Don't know where. But I do believe as long as, like you said, you've been good, a nice person, as nice as you can, you know what I mean? Your soul should go to somewhere nice, right?
You ever read near-death experiences stories? That also makes me believe that we're all in good hands. Because you hear these stories, you know, when I was talking about that guy who got his head crushed, when he was in the hospital from the coma, the first memory he has was a friend of his that he knew had passed away a couple months earlier. His first thing he ever remembered was that friend coming to him and saying, it's not your time yet. Wow. It's not your time. That was the first thing he remembered. And then he woke up. Wow. And there's so many stories like that. And you can read, like my missus is in these pages that they all share the near death. They're all so similar that I feel like there's more to life and it makes my life easier. It makes me feel happy. It makes me feel good.
Or is it just that DMT chemical that gets flooded to your brain and then that makes you trip out and hallucinate, and that's all that is? Is it a chemical byproduct of your body perhaps nearly reaching that
end of its
end? But then it's that it can, I do believe maybe that being, maybe his friend coming to him and saying, maybe that was just scientifically his head got crushed and then it didn't hit, luckily for him, any vital, parts of his head. And it was just a matter of luck. But then the DMT that was flooding through his brain was enough to make him see his friend. And then
see, I'm also a man of science too.
Yeah, so it's hard. Like with me, I would love to believe that, in either reincarnation or you go off to this place that's, whatever heaven is to whoever, like, I don't know, heaven's usually depicted up in the clouds and it's with the best of friends and family, and, you no longer feel pain, and you all of a sudden you're back in your prime. Like if you die when you're old, you're in your prime, you're no longer old up there. But like, I just can't shake this feeling of like realism in my head to be like, I don't know what's out there, but I do know how to be a good person, and it feels good to be a good person, not just within yourself, but you know that you've left a good mark on other people around you, and whatever energy you put out, you do get back. But all you can do is just do whatever you can in your life to just bring joy and happiness, not to yourself, but not just to yourself, but to everyone around you, and just spread that. And then in hopes that if there is an afterlife,
you go there,
that you will be rewarded for the life you've lived. You know what I mean? I just can't sit here and just completely say that I believe in this because, I used to be more religious when I was younger because my old man and my old man especially used to drill it into me a bit. Not like hardcore, but we used to go every Sunday to church and whatever. But I could just never shake this feeling of like, man, I need to see or feel something. Like, do you know how some people think that religion calls them? Like they have a calling where maybe they're on drugs or this and that, and then they had a calling and, that's what, they found Jesus and stuff. I kind of envy those people a little bit. I wish I've had one of those moments. I just haven't yet in terms of like a higher being. But I tiptoe between the realism, but also I fail to believe there's nothing of a higher being out there, whatever that may be. But I just feel like you got to cross your T's and dot your I's and make sure you're a good person because every religion says the same thing, which is treat your neighbor like you'd want to be treated, love thy neighbor, all that stuff. And it's just, I'm just trying to do all that I can within this life because I feel like it's all out of our control. And I think that's why I fear death as well. And one, we're young. You usually fear death when you're young. But do you know those older people that don't fear death anymore? They're like, oh, no, I don't fear death. I'm definitely not there yet. But like, I think I fear death a lot more, not only because I'm young, but because I don't know and none of us know what's out there. But I'd like to believe that there is an afterlife.
I do believe in reincarnation too. I feel like if your spirit doesn't accomplish what it came here to accomplish, I believe before we come here, we do know what we're getting into and we choose our life. I truly believe that. And I believe when you don't accomplish it, you reincarnate, you come back and you do it again until you get it right, until you're spiritually evolved enough to go to where you're meant to go when you die. And I think...
You think you choose your life?
I do. I think you do choose your life. I believe in spirit guides. I believe in spirit families, all that shit. And you come here with a goal in mind. Your what you need for your soul to evolve. That's why people go through hard times. That's why people go through trauma. And no matter how good your life is, you will have hardship of some kind. Might not be as extreme as others, but there's always hardship. And that's how you grow. You don't grow in complacency. You need to go through tough, trivial times to grow. And I think DMT too, I kind of believe DMT is like a gateway into the afterlife sort of. And when you ingest DMT, you can kind of get a glimpse into what is there, that energy that is there. And it gives you advice on what you need to do in your life. It might be the advice your spirit needs because everyone comes out of DMT saying...
Actually, yeah, you've just reminded me of my DMT.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, sorry. You've just literally reminded me of what I experienced in DMT. I do believe there is something out there, but I just don't know what. Like I've always thought I lean heavier on the reincarnation side, but that being said, there's got to be an afterlife. To be reincarnation doesn't mean there's no higher being. I still think there's a higher being, but like you said, if you're not fulfilled in that life, reincarnation, you know what I mean? Or I don't know, deja vu. People relate deja vu with reincarnation. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I just don't know. I can't put my finger on it what it is.
But there's something.
But there's something, man. This all can't be for nothing. Like, but from what I think is you're not conscious of what happens after this. So it's kind of like out of our hands. Like, even if we did get reincarnated or even if we did enter the afterlife, I only think you get a glimpse of that DMT hit once you're dying. You just shoot up into the abyss and then that's it. It's like you didn't have consciousness before you were born. You weren't waiting to be born. So therefore, in the afterlife, there's no consciousness of nothing. You know what I mean?
Is there another one?
I think
Oh, you got more
good
thoughts?
points. Good points, Joey. There's only one more for this topic.
Oh.
She says, do you think that religion should have a place in education, or do you believe that it should be strictly separated from academic institutions? Which is something that we touched on last week.
Yeah, I covered that.
It's a good
what
question.
I thought about that. You got any thoughts?
Yeah, I definitely think keep it separated, man. 100%. This whole scripture shit at school, fuck that shit off, man. No one gives a fuck. No one cares. Right? I don't give a fuck what your fucking Mima fucking believed in 20 years ago. Just like I don't give a fuck what you believe in, because it doesn't. I don't give two shits. Just like the next guy doesn't give two shits, and just like you shouldn't give two shits if the guy next to you doesn't believe in your view. Believe what you want to believe. Be a good person. Treat the next person good. They'll treat you good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Yeah. When I was in school, I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. I was actually quite intrigued with the religion. I think I touched on it last week as well. Just to not to be like, oh, I'm going to take up a new religion, but I wanted to just learn about what's involved to a certain extent. But I think nowadays, like you said, the young minds of today.
Sorry.
Can I
taking a hit of the whiskey bong? Oh,
sorry,
Yeah.
just had a little whiskey bong. Yeah, I just think the young impressionable minds of today, even if you're in high school, like you're very impressionable and you don't want. It's kind of like them teaching about sexuality at school. It's like it's different, but in terms of like what should be kept in the house, I think it's sexuality and I think religion. Because it's not the root of all evil, but it definitely causes a lot of problems.
Oh, fucking
a lot of division, but it's also a lot of beauty. Creates a lot of beauty you don't hear about because you don't hear about the good stuff.
Fucking oath.
of course.
But also anything that can be controversial, it's best to just leave it up to your parents. And if they don't teach you it, then you have to go out on your own and learn from the internet. Like you said, you can look up anything.
Yeah.
And I think you're just way less impressionable. You can make your own informed decisions rather than a teacher who's probably that religion going like, oh no, you need to be this. This is what this says. And it's taken so literal, you know what I mean? Like you can be like, oh, okay, this is actually the body of Christ. This is actually the blood. like I don't know, just certain things just don't add up to me, bro. And I'd feel bad if I was a teacher and I was teaching someone about Christianity or whatever, blah, 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 and they were Islamic, and then they thought, oh, Mr. Khalifa told us about the Christianity, blah, blah, blah. I'm really thinking of doing it. And their parents came up to me, they're like, listen, like we've been Islamic our whole lives and we've raised all our other kids that have already been through the schooling institutions and stuff. They're all Islamic, and now my son, because you've been drilling this into him, wants to change religions. It's like, you feel bad. You don't want to overstep, and I think that's considered overstepping as a teacher. I find.
Yeah, which is funny too, because at the start of the school year, they probably go, who wants to teach the fucking scripture or religion unit? It's going to be about Catholic. And then the Catholic teacher goes, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Of course. But I should fucking teach the religion shit. You want to learn some shit, bro? Get me to fucking do it.
They'll turn out atheist.
Most non-biased opinions ever. This is this shit. Choose.
Yeah.
Choose and fuck off out of my class.
So is an atheist, like, you know how I was saying before, I don't know if there is something, I don't know what it is, but there must be something out there, blah, blah, blah. Is an atheist just, there's nothingness?
I don't know.
Or is an atheist, you don't believe in a specific
anything.
religion?
I don't know.
I think there's agnostic and atheist. One of them is, I get them mixed up. I don't know which one's which. One of them is that they just believe there's no evidence of a God, but they're open. They're not completely against it. They just don't feel like
maybe that's agnostic.
I think that might be agnostic.
I'm
and
that
one
then.
of them believes that is just
absolutely
nothingness.
They don't know.
And that scares me. So when people say when you die, it's just black, it's just nothingness, it scares me. Because do you know how when you put your head down to go to bed and you're not tired? You don't, no, not just that. But you know how, because you dream every night, but you just don't remember it some nights. But do you know how you think you don't have a dream? you haven't had a dream, you just close your eyes and then you wake up, you're like, oh, what was that? Imagine you die and it's just nothingness like that, but forever nothingness. But you're not going to be conscious of it. But that thought that this vessel that you live inside, which is just a vessel, it's just your skin, it's just your fucking watch, it's just your shirt. You inside your body right now is what matters. But it's scary that it just ends like a fucking...
Wouldn't this put you at ease more? You've already been dead before you were born. Yeah. Think about people in the 1980s and 1970s were already fucking alive.
Yeah,
and
but
kicking
at least you went from being dead to alive.
Now we're going from alive
to dead, and then it's just ...
Yeah,
to be continued? Question mark.
Did you see? You just reminded me. Did you see that chick at the bank with the Brazilian with the dead guy trying to sign, bro?
Yep.
Whoa, that made me feel strange.
What happened?
You don't know?
So my mother sent us a thing on for tonight where apparently some Brazilian lady took her dead uncle or granddad or something
I think
to the bank
to deposit a check.
Try sign. Did you see the actual video? But
nah,
I saw the actual video of like the dead. It's pretty jarring. Like,
and she's like holding his hand,
dead guy. Like his head's flopping back, and she's lifting him up and trying to get him to sign. And they're speaking Portuguese, but like people have translated it. The bank tellers and shit are saying like he doesn't look so good. Like he's got no color and shit. And she's like, oh, you have to sign. Like in his head is.
And she's signing for him, obviously.
Yeah,
she's trying to get him to sign like a loan approval. Yeah, or something. Right. But yeah,
that's
okay. So there's a special place in hell. You know, we're talking about how to live your life. I feel like that would be a new low.
Yeah, that was just I haven't seen a dead body like that in like ever really, and I don't know, it's a bit jarring.
Yeah, what the hell?
That was kind of weird.
And I was like, Mima's not looking so good today, man. She's looking like, pretty white.
That's like a parody thing, like a skit.
That's
like how would anyone
Weekend
not know?
Yes. Yeah, that's fucked up.
That's it for the religion topic. So once again, thank you, Tori. And then next week, I get to choose out of masculinity, schools, or other.
I feel like I know what you'll pick, but we'll find out next week.
Yep.
I already know what I'm going to pick. And you can all probably guess what I'm going to pick.
So tune in next week.
Next week, we'll continue this.
All right, you want to do the news?
Let's do it. Whew.
Only believe what we say.
All right.
Very professional.
This just in.
This just in. My cock is hairy.
Fuck, it was a big week, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Fucking hell.
We're probably going to have some similar points.
Yes. Okay, before we dive into all the crazy shit and the fucking Orthodox Christians stabbing fucking whoever and all this crazy shit, I want to say another round of applause too. Clap it up, everyone. Well done, Drake. Well done to Mr. Drake. He fucking ate all their asses. That shit was hectic. What was that line he said to Metro?
Shut your whole ass up and make some drums.
Make some drums. N-word.
N-word.
Bro, I could not stop laughing. I was like, wow. And he just straight told him to fuck off. Like, who the fuck is Metro Boomin anyway? He's beats ass, man. He can suck my nuts too. Fuck that guy.
The funny thing is, that's exactly what Metro's going to do after this. Make another beat, because that's what he does. So there's all TikToks coming up of like Metro after he hears that. He goes to Future. He's like, he's trying to get the mic to rap, and then Future's like, no, don't do it. He's like, I don't want to make drums anymore. But he even said about Kendrick, like, you know, how you a big stepper with those size 7 mans on and stuff like that. And
he absolutely
he went at Rick Ross, went at The Weeknd and his manager.
Yep.
Because apparently The Weeknd's manager was doing lunch trips for them, like used to get them their food and stuff. And was saying, yeah, you claim you're from the 6, but you're not, like, to The Weeknd. And he went at everyone, bro. Like and then he's saying how to Kendrick, he's like, ASAP Rocky wiped you down,
SZA wiped you down,
SZA wiped you down, Travis wiped you down.
Can't they agree, man? All the points.
Did you see The Weeknd's diss to Drake? Did you see?
Yeah, on the Future album.
It was like a singy.
Yeah, on the Future album. He said something like, "I'm glad I didn't sell my soul," because apparently he was Drake was trying to get him onto his label, but then Kendrick fired back with a better diss.
No, that's AI.
No.
That's
AI.
fake. Yeah, bro. You
gotta
trolled.
be careful, man.
You got trolled, bro.
You gotta be careful, bro.
It was AI.
That's AI?
Yeah, the Kendrick one's AI. Yeah. And a lot of people thought the Drake one was too, but then they confirmed that it's not.
That's such a shame, because I was popping off. I even made a TikTok video to that one.
Yeah,
no, it's AI, man.
Because that was cracker. He even was saying about how he's like, something about Diddy and like how he's sleeping with Diddy and shit.
Yeah.
Like Drake's sleeping with Diddy, and I'm like, he's like, I even got it on the USB, and bro, that was, bro.
I don't even think Kendrick will go that far.
Yeah, I don't think he'd even say that. That's kind of what gave it away.
I hate AI, bro.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Fuck that, because I thought Kendrick was back because that was.
Nah.
I tell you what's funny. That was AI, but that was the best Kendrick. That was the best I've
Exactly.
heard. That was the best I've heard Kendrick rap in
Ages.
years.
Yep.
So I thought he was back, man. I'm very upset, bro.
Rick Ross. I told you Drake was going to come. Yeah,
Rick Ross
has been
actually
going
hit
off.
him back.
That actually,
White boy.
The beat was cool. The disses were pretty
The
hard.
cover art's
Yeah.
cool.
The cover art was cool.
Hey, he kept going like white boy,
Yeah, white boy. Yeah. But I got it, man. Like, bro, Cole and Kendrick, they started something I think they can't finish.
No,
in my opinion.
Kendrick can easily body Drake. I'm telling you.
I don't think Kendrick is. I think Kendrick's like J. Cole. I don't feel like he's built for the rap beef, man.
Yeah,
he
he's not.
takes shots in his verses and he plays like a little bit, but
That
like
little subtle.
But
But you're
it's,
saying
it's
that
not aggressive though.
Yeah.
But you can't say that he can't tap into all those years he was.
I think he could, and I'd love to see him, but I just don't feel like the aggression is there. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't imagine Kendrick being
Angry in the studio,
like, you know,
Do you
like,
know how annoyed I am? I'm still gonna fuck with that AI Kendrick song because that actually slaps. But I'm so upset, bro.
Got you, bro.
Kendrick and J. Cole are too spiritual for this type of shit. They're just
Yeah.
not bothered. But it'd be like me in a rap beat. Like I'd be like,
And you see Drake, you see Drake, right? He's been trolling Metro, and he had a marching band, right,
I saw
outside
that.
of what is it called? City, Magic City in Atlanta, and it's where Metro and Future shot their music video or something. And he had a marching band, and then he
That's all that.
posts this thing of a mariachi guy going, "Metro, shut your horse and make some drums." And it's like,
I saw Metro Boomin had a set at Coachella.
yeah, and he played
But
like that.
That's so weird. Like,
How does
isn't
a
he?
beat?
He's
He's
a beat maker.
He's not even
right?
that's what shits me, right? Is because
What's he doing on stage?
that's what shits me. He's not even like a producer. He's just the beat maker. So he makes the beat.
Doesn't he do both?
I don't know, man. He might, but I doubt it.
Do you reckon he can rap a little bit? 'Cause
No,
do you reckon you're around music that long where I'm not saying he's as good as Drake or whatever, but do you reckon he can just get on a beat and just rap?
Maybe. Like, he's definitely the most famous beat maker. He's the
Yeah,
most
definitely.
successful to do it. He's made what he's done with what he does is pretty impressive, to be honest, because those albums have got him a lot of popularity. And a lot of people, I hear people say they love, like, who's their top artist, and they'll say Metro Boomin.
What?
And I'm thinking, I've heard that before the amount of time, and I'm like,
He just makes the beats.
they just
It's
like the
crazy.
songs he puts
See,
together, I guess.
But that's another thing that proves that music is so bandwagony and so like think of it right now because he's just a Metro Booming, he could charge overpriced as prices like a couple G's for the most simple piano beat with a fucking simple drum loop and a hi-hat.
I can't get over that.
You know what I mean?
I
Like-
can't get over the AI Kendrick. Do you know what's funny? I thought I made a TikTok about it, and it was like a reaction video of me reacting to it, and I thought, and I thought, I'm onto something here. No one has started posting about this yet. I'm the first. I'm the first, baby. And then Tori's seen it. She started laughing. She's like, oh my God. She's like, you can tell this isn't a live reaction. And I'm like, yeah, but you know, it'll catch on. And I thought, well, you wait. TikToks are going to come spiraling out of control. Next minute, I'm like, okay. And even now, I thought, maybe I'm just living in the future, baby. Maybe I just said,
no, it's good to
it sounded like old Kendrick. It sounded like,
Yeah, bro.
You gotta be careful these days, man.
so you don't reckon that Kendrick will ever fire back at Drake and he's just going to roll over?
I think he might fire back, but I don't know. I'm interested to see because I know Kendrick's a better rapper, but
I don't.
I hope Kendrick taps into his old self, and I hope he bodies Drake.
I
bro.
reckon. I personally don't reckon he's going to fire back. I don't reckon he will. I reckon Kendrick will see it as Kendrick in this instance is like the Eminem. Everyone's trying to diss and say their 2 cents, but Kendrick would probably be sitting there going, I cannot be fucked to even bother responding to Drake, Metro, like whoever the Rick Ross. Like, you know what I mean? It's like Eminem. If you try, Eminem only dissed MGK because he was saying shit about his family. But like, if you try to diss Eminem,
Drake had that bar about Kendrick's missus, Whitney.
true.
Whitney. She's like, he's like, got my
True.
bodyguards like Whitney, because like Whitney Houston, the bodyguard, and also his wife's name's Whitney. So that's as well why I thought Kendrick came in so hard, and I was like, fuck yeah. And it's AI, bro. Fuck AI. Fuck AI, bro. When you mess with my music, when you mess with people's minds, it fucks with you. And that was the first AI I fell for. You know what I mean?
Yeah, got ya.
But I think because
Getting good.
I think because deep down, I've always loved Kendrick, and even when Cole dissed Kendrick, right, I was on Cole's side because he's been doing more. But I thought if Kendrick drops one crazy one, he'll have me back in his pocket,
In
you
his
know,
corner, yeah.
and he did for a second, but now I'm like, and even in Drake's song, he's like, fuck what Cole said, that K dot shit was weak or whatever, and it's like it's just going against like, you know, Cole for me. He's lost a little bit of respect. I've lost a little bit of respect for him. He's still in my he's in my top 3 personally in terms of like lyrical and all he's done. But a little bit of me was like, he kind of did himself a disservice because even his own fans, you've kind of made them look like a fool a little bit. Because then imagine a Cole fan and a Drake fan going at it, right? And then Drake fans are like, yeah, at least Drake didn't apologize for his diss and it was actually more aggressive. And it was more aggressive. And then Cole's like, yeah, but lyrically, Cole's diss was better. But it's like, yeah, but it was PG diss, first of all, Cole. And he apologized for a PG diss that he didn't even start, like a rap beef. So for me, Cole shouldn't have apologized.
No
What did Drake mean about the K dot shit? What's that?
Oh, because Kendrick is K dot. So he goes, so he goes,
Oh, they call him
fuck
K-dot.
what Cole said. Right?
Oh.
Fuck what Cole said. That K Dot shit was weak.
Yeah.
Which I think K Dot's verse in I Like That was kind of, it was a bit of a teaser, but it wasn't that great, bro. Like his original diss in that verse.
I didn't think it was good at all.
It was like something about, you know,
Fuck them big
I'm okay with all these nads. You gotta see Pet Cemetery.
You know what my favorite song on that fucking Metro Boomin fucking album was? It was the Metro Boomin and Future. What's it called when Future's going, okay, look at these okay. It's like so simple, but just that little, like that flow. I was like, damn.
Future's one of those artists I listen to for the features, and I skip. And I'll tell you what I did. His latest album he dropped with the two-parter, the 2-disc one. I skipped through a third, and then this is what I heard the whole time. Yeah. And then I heard The Weeknd, and I went, okay, I'll listen to his. J. Cole controversially was on his album, so it's like he's saying even Cole switched up and went to Metro. But Cole clearly doesn't have a side in this game. He just wants to rap.
I hate Future, and I don't get the appeal at all. I don't get the appeal at all.
Maybe on a hook. Maybe on a hook. But man, I was listening like the whole Metro Boomin song, the popular song that I like. I think the one he played at I Like That is Future in that. Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
I heard that, and Future comes in, and it's just what like.
You listen to it for
like,
the Kendrick.
It sounds like fucking shit. I don't know how he's so popular. I don't know.
But that's the mumble rap. He's the king of mumble rap.
Yeah, I don't get
and all those youngins are like,
I don't fuck with it personally, but whatever. Each to their own.
Yeah.
So Kendrick, I don't know if he's going to fire back or not.
I hope he does, bro.
I hope he
feel
does.
like he won't.
I don't think he will.
Maybe. I don't know.
Because imagine how good it'd be. Do you know how many fans he would win back over? Because don't get me wrong, he's still got so many fans around the world. But like me, he hasn't lost me. But I'm just like, I don't care about you unless you're making music regularly. And like, I can appreciate what you've done in the past to get here. But if you're just sitting on an island somewhere, okay, good for you. But stay off my fucking socials. I don't want to see anything of yours unless it's music. Yeah. And if it's good, you've won me over. Because it's all about who's recent and who's current. You know what I mean? No one cares about even Eminem. When eventually he stops making music, love Eminem, always will. But you know, you're only as good as your last track, and then you'll go back and play those old tracks. But you know, right now there's nothing new that Kendrick's offered other than a 30-second fucking verse in that Future song. So
yeah.
But he did hint to that. Like I swear he was like baiting Drake with that Prince and Michael Jackson. Like bar. I swear he only just said a little touch of it, and then Drake said back to him in his diss, "What's a prince to a king? You a son." Because a prince is literally a king's son. So I don't know. I hope he fires back, because if Kendrick just did a 30-second diss and that's it, and Drake drops a whole song on you like that, I don't know. I know you got millions and millions, but surely you give the fans what they want, which is rap beef. I love rap beef, no matter who it's from, because it gets everyone involved. I love when everyone's talking about rap, because I feel like a lot of the time in my life, I'll talk to people who aren't really like, oh yeah, rap's alright. But then if there's nothing good happening or trending, they're just like, yeah, I guess. But I'm always always heavy in the weeds with rap. So when everyone else is talking about it on TikTok and this and that, and everyone's loving it, like even if they have shit things to say about a certain artist, it might trigger me. But I love that it's just a topic of conversation. So I hope Kendrick leans into that and keeps going.
I hope so. I don't think he's going to. Man. I don't think he's going to. But it'd be interesting to see if he does.
And what about, he was saying how Top Dog's got to drop and give me 50. Apparently, he has his deal with Top Dog about every time he's on a song or something, they have to give him 50 G's or whatever. Something about dropping him 50, or maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I swear I heard something about he had a deal with Top Dog or whatever, but maybe not. But he was saying
Top Dog.
Top Dog Entertainment
His
is
label.
his label. Kendrick, J-Rock, Schoolboy Q, Absol.
Yeah.
All those people.
Yeah. Let's circle back round for a second. 16-year-old boy stabs a priest. 15. Is this true? Apparently, I heard he didn't even have the cover of the knife off.
No, apparently it was a push blade. So you know how the blade retracts? Apparently, when he hit him,
and it retracted.
When he hit him, it retracted. So the first one didn't stab him. Second one, no. And you see in the video, he looks at it, and it's not until he falls over and everyone jumps on him where he corrects it, and then he tries to stab him more. So I don't know if he actually got stabbed or not.
I was wondering about that because I saw a video like the next day of the priest giving a talk about it, and he had no cuts and he got stabbed in the face. I'm like,
no, I think he got hit in the face with a knife that retracted. It was retracted. So because you see in the video, he hits him and it's just a thud. So when he hits his face, it's a thud, thud, thud. Then he goes, as he's falling down and everyone's going on top of him, he's like, and then he gets it again. But
crazy because he was going for the face.
For the face.
Yeah, that would have been gruesome.
Wow.
And live stream too. It was on the fucking camera.
And he walks up to him so chill.
Face.
And then last minute, the priest is reading. He walks up. He's about where Iggy is. And it's not till about where you are, that close, where he looks at him. And then boom, boom. And everyone just swarms him. You know what I mean? But he's a very high-profile priest, that guy. He gets a lot of views on social media, which is funny that a priest is trending on socials. Like, dude, usually priests are like, they just do the shit in and then they're not, they're not on the internet.
He says some controversy. He bashes other people's religions and shit, man.
Does he?
Have you not seen some of the shit this guy says,
all I've known is that kid's motivation was apparently he said something about Islam.
Yeah, bro.
So
he's the priest that fucking says if you don't believe in God, you're going to hell and you're fucking this and that. Bro, there was a video I saw where he's going, he literally says, if you have a pet, I'm sorry it's not going to heaven with you. Pets, there's no place in heaven for pets. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, how the fuck do you, like, what, how do you know? And I was literally thinking, like, pets have more chance of getting to heaven than any fucking human.
Because they're innocent.
They're innocent. They love you regardless. They're loyal.
Well, then he's an idiot. I don't know too much about him, but then that's fucking stupid.
That's what I'm saying. And I was like,
you can't make those.
You can't go talking shit.
Who are you to make those
Exactly.
claims?
You can't go talking shit, bro. And that's what I'm trying to make my point out with religion, bro. Like, you've got religion and then you've got extreme, bro. Like,
it's always extreme.
You don't have to be like that, man. Like, who the fuck are you to say that, my pet's not going to heaven? Because my pet is coming to heaven with me wherever the fuck I go in this afterlife because I believe it's coming with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, bro? But nah. And then this 15-year-old kid stabs him because he's probably sick of this guy talking shit about his religion.
Well, it's still not justified.
Of course it's not justified,
glad he's okay,
but
like it's like the Sydney, the real fucking bad one,
Bondi,
Bondi man. But that guy, I saw my missus was getting angry to me this morning. She sends me a message. She's like, I can't believe how stupid people are. Like this guy, right? He had schizophrenia or whatever, and he does this tragedy in fucking Sydney, and then he's going mostly for women, right? Probably because he's a fucking incel. He's got
like everyone's heard about it, but break it down. He's went to Bondi shops.
So he went. So there was a dude with struggling with mental health or whatever, schizophrenic, went into Bondi with a pretty big knife and killed 6 people. One of them was a dude. The rest were women. He was going for women. He also slashed a baby, which survived, thankfully.
Killed its mum.
Killed the mum. And the mum, I don't know if it was her, but there was another mum who was the daughter of a billionaire, an Australian billionaire. But tragic anyway, horrible. I saw on some clips of the blood it's terrible shit. But anyway, people on Facebook, my missus sent me a message, she's like, these cunts are so dumb. Like, people would defend, like saying, oh, just let him rest in peace, it's not his fault, the government didn't help him, he had mental health or whatever. And Rose goes, look, her sister is a schizophrenic, her sister's a drug addict, right? And Rose goes, my sister would never do those things. And even if she did, she wouldn't blame anyone but her. You have to be a monster. You have to be a terrible, awful person to do that. Doesn't matter how fucked up you are. There's no excuse, man. And these people on Facebook are trying to defend the guy. And my missus was like dumbfounded that these people, it's always on Facebook, defending this guy. Fuck that guy, man. And I saw his parents talking about it too. You see the video of his parents talking about it?
They admitted it. They absolved.
he's a monster.
They said he's been struggling since he was 17 and he's 30. He was 30 something when he died.
They said he hated women.
He's always had problems with women. So there you go. There's a deep-seated hatred towards women because
he's a
he
fucking
was probably
incel.
an
Couldn't get any fucking pussy.
weird,
Fucking idiot.
outcast, and he takes that out on women. Now he has schizophrenia, but you can't put the blame solely on that because, like you said, there's plenty of schizophrenics out there who, are struggling, and they might be weirdos or they might do weird shit. But
they wouldn't do that.
That's horrific.
Why
bro.
do you think you never hear about that sort of thing? Because it's a big fucking step to take. This guy's obviously just some fucking dumb incel, and that's why they have to educate young boys in school, start in school about this sort of shit and about women and about how to conduct yourself and really educate people on this shit, man, because it's bad. The way men are with women is bad and it's scary. And now I have a daughter. I feel fucking terrified of the world, man. Men are so fucked up, like especially the creepy cunts that losers, fat nerds and shit. Like, bro.
Well, there was that case in England. I won't go off topic, but I'm just saying it relates. There was a guy in England, I think it was, who I think I brought it up on a podcast ages ago, who asked this girl out to school, brought flowers and a knife in his bag. Gave her the flowers, she rejected him, said no, I won't go there, and killed her. So it literally stabbed her, killed her. A girl in school, right? They went to school together. So that's another thing where men doing it, you stabbing anyone and killing anyone is fucked.
Yeah,
but I feel like as well, it's worse when it's women or children. It's like, what the fuck? Like that 9-month-old baby that got stabbed. Apparently, it stabbed the mum first, and then or the baby first. I can't remember, but apparently the mum, when she was dying, gave the baby to someone else and said, take care of her, and then died. So it's like, imagine if you were just wanting to go to Bondi to shop, right? And that husband, for example, was just like, yeah, okay, I'll see you later, go on to shopping with you. And then it's like, they're gone. You know what I mean? And it's like, it makes you just think, you do not know what's around the corner, bro. And now everyone will be on edge around. And apparently he went to Penrith and Parramatta Plaza weeks before, and he was kind of sussing it out because they found shit at his home. He was kind of planning. It was like premeditated. So apparently he came to our area as well, Parramatta. And who knows? You go on shopping, and next minute I was talking to Tori about it, and I said, because apparently two guys stood up to him on the escalator. There was one guy holding like a stool, and I said to Tori, in my mind, because I think I'm a hero in my mind.
Me too.
I'm like, I'd jump him.
Kick this cunt down the
But then
escalator.
Tori goes, yeah, but hold on. Imagine if you're shopping and next minute you see a guy running, sprinting with a knife, and everyone's running. There'd be a bit of a delay because you'd be like, what's going on here? And then you wouldn't just go straight into action and do it. And then as well, right? How do you disarm someone with a knife, right?
A table, one of those food court tables like that. Run with a chair or something. Even a chair would be good, or a trolley, right? You got a Woolworths trolley. He's got a knife, right? You got a trolley armed. You get the distance on him. I don't know. That's tragic. I hate talking about it, man.
And then one of this guy on TikTok was talking about how he's like, there's this Aussie guy that Tori was watching, and this Aussie dad was like, listen, this is what you do. You get a group of 10 guys or something.
You swarm him.
But I said, but one person has to go in first. So you always got to go, even with 10 people, 1 or 2 people at least are going to get stabbed.
Yeah, but then the guy from behind is good.
Shopping trolleys, man. Shopping trolleys, tables or chairs.
Yeah.
And then you just fucking... And people were throwing shit at him. Oh, I hate crazy. This shit,
and it's nuts because he ran past guys. So he was targeting women
he
was running past guys and would just not harm them, you know what I mean? So,
which it's fucking scary too, because when you watch the video of him running through the shops, like there was literally in one of the videos, he runs past the dude who's got his little children with him, and the dude kind of turns around, looks at the dude, and kind of keeps walking, but then kind of turns around again, and he's like not even reacting because like that, you go into shock where you're like, is this motherfucker carrying like a 15-inch blade? You're like, oh shit, and then by the time you snap back into it, it's already been 4 or 5 seconds that are absolutely vital in that situation. So even though you'd be scared, sometimes you got to just, if you can, react. Like as soon as you see it, what the fuck? And, bro, do something, man.
And thank God we have gun laws, because imagine if he went there with an
With a gun.
AK-47
Oh, yeah.
and he just mowed people down.
Yep.
He had to chase people.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fucked. Imagine you're running and you're some like unfit, like either overweight or old person, and you're running and you're like, he's gaining on you. And it's like tips, but it's a lethal game of tips. You know, you played tips as a kid, you're like, oh, what? But the stakes are like, oh my God, what the fuck? Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I'm surprised the parents came out straight away when they did. I mean, rightfully so. What else could they say?
Yeah.
But
the dad was distraught. You could tell. He was
Yeah.
like, fuck. He's like, I don't know what to do.
Because they can only do so much for him, especially when he's an adult.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when he's an adult, when he's a kid, fair enough. But adult, it's like,
It's crazy because he moved from Queensland to like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I'm just grateful that shit at least doesn't happen
so
often. And when it does, like, it's fucking horrific. But I just don't know what I put myself in their shoes, or someone that's lost like a family member or a friend or whatever, and you just like, you don't expect it to happen like that. You know what I mean? And he got off easy almost. When someone dies like that, it's almost like you wish he didn't die and he would have got put away for his life or something.
Yeah, because then he would have got bashed in jail and shit.
Because apparently the cop gave him all of about 10 or 15 seconds apparently. So she rocked up. Yeah. And it was a girl. And apparently she gave him 10, 15 seconds, started charging, and then she shot him 3 times in the chest and dropped him. So lucky she's a good shot, but imagine being the cop as well. She probably hasn't killed anyone before. And then I know it's obviously worse what happened to these other people, but I'm just saying it affects more than the people you kill. You've just made some girl cop kill you.
It's I don't agree. I reckon just get rid of him, kill the cunts, fuck him. Who cares?
Yeah.
Like, bro, he's not going to a good place anyway. You know, he's suffering. But it's so tragic. I hate talking about this shit, man. It's you know. And then I was saying to Rose as well, I'm grateful that, you know, like that probably would be major news, right? That's making headlines across the world. But like
You reckon?
But like I've seen like the French president. There was some French dudes who tried to stand up to him he congratulated. Like,
that's right. Yeah, they were French. And apparently they're giving him citizenship or whatever.
Yeah, I saw that.
And,
it's kind of cool.
But the kid stabbing the priest, though, I was saying to Rose, that is not national news in America.
Especially because he botched it.
Stabbings happen every day in America, but here it's national news.
Yeah,
everyone hears about it. This kid trying to stab the priest. You know what I mean? And so I'm just grateful that we live in a country where that stuff is shocking to everyone.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
And we're not desensitized.
Like, that literally wouldn't even make national news in America. It'd be state news, local news.
Yeah, that'd literally be the
Isn't
local
that
news.
crazy?
Happens every day in America.
Maybe shootings are...
even shootings aren't national news.
I'm pretty
shootings
sure
happen more than stabbings. Shootings in America happen every day.
Yeah. Pretty sure
Gang
shootings
violence
over there are
every day.
also just state news because they're just so used to it.
Unless it's a mass shooting, if it's just a guy killing another dude, happens every day, bro. In America, all over the place.
Bro, have you seen there was a fucking literally a video and a TikTok on these dudes in America where they're getting into an argument over their trash cans, and the guy shoots him dead over over trash cans, bro. So it's like a dude and his wife. And then a guy and his son comes out. Don't know the story, but someone put a trash can somewhere and someone got the shits. So the son and the dad come out of their property with a fucking shotgun each. And the wife is filming to try to get them in trouble. And the guy's like, fuck, you're not going to fucking shoot me. You're going to shoot me over some fucking trash. And they're arguing. And the guy's literally like, you come near me, I'm going to blast you. And like, as everyone in the comments was like, bro, that guy has been waiting for that moment to kill someone. He's literally sitting there and he was a fit as, ugly, unfit guy too. He's not like a fucking Brad Pitt. He was like a fat old prick.
So he's already angry at the world.
The son himself looked inbred, weird, scruffy hair and shit, fucking the monobrow and shit.
Hurt people, man.
The dad's going, I'll blast you. You come near me. You take one more step, I'll blast you. And then all you see in the video,
and now he's in jail for life.
The girl's screaming like, oh my. You literally have an argument over your bin night.
I'm glad these people, like that guy who shot him, right, for example, this stuff happens all the time, right? But then they go to jail for life, right? And then the next day they would be feeling so much regret.
They'd be going,
and
why?
remorse.
Yeah.
I threw away my life over
Yep.
that and sucked in, you fucking dumb cunt.
Yeah.
You know,
No
sucked in.
remorse. You've literally taken a life for that.
You've let your emotions run you, man.
Yeah.
Like, you're a fucking
Yeah.
idiot. And that's what I was thinking about the Bondi thing. The other thing I wanted to say, I can't believe who would film that. Like, there's so much videos, every angle.
That's what I'm
It's like,
saying.
who's standing there filming that? You're
Yeah.
either running away,
together and help,
or you're
yeah.
trying to help. You fair enough. You run away, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But you either run away or you're trying to help. Who
Not
is standing there
yeah.
filming
Yeah.
it, and they're putting it in the group chat, and they're like, "Oh my god, I was there. That I almost was involved. Look at me. I'm here. This is happening. I'm here in a big event.
It's ridiculous.
I'm part of it. I'm part. That's what people are filming for, and they put it in
yeah.
the group chat. They put it on Facebook. Look, this is what happened to me today. It's like, man, this world is fucking crazy.
It's ridiculous.
It's all about who they want clout for being there.
They want
Yeah,
this-
they want sympathy
yeah.
for being involved. Like,
Yeah.
it's wild, man.
And who knows, like maybe not, but if those 10 or 15 people filming would have banded together
Exactly.
and helped, who knows, maybe they could have saved one out of those 6
Yeah.
or 2.
Bro, I'm
maybe
telling
not.
you, a food court table, a food court chair,
and you peg it at him,
and
bro.
he's got a knife, bro. You can get this guy.
Yeah.
You know, 6 people, crazy, man, crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked
Oh,
up.
so sad.
That's
I hate
fucked
this
up.
shit, man. Makes me
Yeah.
feel fucked up, man. You got something, Joey?
Yeah, I mean,
Change the topic. That's
Change
fine.
the
Yeah.
pace,
I don't-
man.
so instead of, taking lives, I want to talk about
I'm pregnant.
Making less.
I want to talk about the CEO of Woolworths
Oh, yeah.
taking money
Apparently, this
hand over
prick-
fist over out of people's pockets around
Apparently,
the
he
world.
was making like 8 point something million a year.
So he was threatened with 6 months jail time minimum for failing to properly answer in court his return on equity for the financial year and his actual profits, right?
That's crazy.
And he ended up after, trying to dodge the question, telling him that Woolworths made a profit of $8.4 million in the last financial year, and he gave himself a $2.4 million salary with bonuses, and the return on equity as a whole for the business was they earned 26% on their return on equity, which is 2.5 times more than the most profitable bank in the world.
Wait. Woolworths made 8 million. What's the 8 million?
So 8.4 million was the profit they made in the last financial year alone.
That's it.
They would have made more. No, I'm pretty sure that's what he paid himself. They would have made way more than
Woolworths
that.
make way more than 8 million.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I feel like.
Oh, maybe not. I don't know. 8 million.
Only
not that
8
much.
million doesn't sound like a lot.
Well, maybe
Hold on. Let's do a little.
let's do a fact check.
Yeah.
But I got these figures from online, but maybe they were wrong. But I heard that from that he paid himself 2.4 million. But then again, that doesn't really seem right, does it?
Yeah, out of 8 million of
In the
profit.
last financial year, 8
Yeah,
million's
no,
a lot.
hold on. Yeah, no, bro. This says here, in 2023, Woolworths Australia made 1.7 billion.
Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
sounds more right.
Okay.
I think
What's the 8
he
million?
paid himself
8.4.
8.4 million.
Then what's the 2
And with
million?
bonuses. But the two, I don't know what the 2.4 is then. But even so, right? So regardless, right?
bro, he's living a
2.4,
hectic-
8.4, and then with bonuses. I love how it's got here with bonuses, like on top. And then, but the equity, the return on equity was 26% on their return of equity they made, which is 2.5 times more than the most profitable bank in the world.
26%
So,
a big year.
A big year.
That's a
and like
big year.
excessive.
That's a
like
lot.
businesses don't make that.
No,
like that's
no.
that's unheard of.
Even on the S&P 500, which is one of the biggest financial markets in the world that you can trade, even that yearly percent gain, if you put money into the S&P at the start of the year, you're only going to estimate return between 8 to 12%. And that's if you've picked a good spot to enter.
That's over double of that. That's 26% is more than
That's what I'm
double
saying.
of what you said.
12% if you're lucky. That's the biggest financial market you can trade.
And it's like,
So-
and the way he was struggling to get through these questions, they're putting the pressure on to the point where they threatened 6 months jail. They're not going to jail him because he ended up coming out with it.
Yeah.
But he was like, oh, I don't know what the profits are of last year. And then he's like, what do you mean you don't know? Like, you are the CEO of Woolies, like you know. And he's dancing around this, and it's actually pretty laughable. Like, he's falling over his own words, and you can see, like, this guy's a white dude, but he was going red. And you can just tell, man, he was just, full tripping out about what he was going to say next. He's kind of just trying to think on the fly, and he ended up going, oh yeah, 8.4 million and blah blah. Like, but that's crazy, bro. Because there's people out there that are struggling to get by, and if you want to go to the shops now and buy the basics like toilet paper, dishwashing
40,
liquid,
$50 easy.
just easy, bro. Like now, I shop at Aldi now. Me and Tori.
So do we.
And there's a stark contrast. If you shop at Aldi for a
massive.
while, I went to Coles the other day. So this wasn't Woolies, but they're similar price, Coles and Woolies. So just because I was close to Coles and I only needed to get a few things, I was like, all right, we've already done our shop, but I'm low on this. So I'll just stop in through Coles. And then I wanted to get a few sweet treats for me and Tori for the night, like some chocolates. I walked out with like 4 or 5 items and it was like 60 something bucks. And I'm like, what is happening? And then I go to Aldi, a vast difference, bro.
I was saying this the other day. Rose and I, sometimes we go to Audi, and we did the other day. We don't go too often. We're going to go more, though. You get a full trolley at Audi, right? It was, what, $200? Full trolley. We go to Woolworths, the same trolley. We both have to pay to halve it. $150. It's like $200 each. $400 for a full trolley.
Yeah, I don't know if you motherfuckers are eating fucking ramen noodles every night from Audi, because when I went to fucking Audi, I saved about $12. I was like, this is shit.
Nah,
I
man.
saved fuck all, and I'm eating all the rubbish brands. I was like, back to Woolies the next week.
It's a big
The fuck are you
difference.
motherfuckers eating?
Well, we're
bro?
buying with baby food, nappies, laundry detergent. What are you buying? It's just you and Chloe. You're buying
Food.
fucking snacks and food and shit. though.
dog food, laundry powder.
You don't notice a difference?
I did.
It's a
I personally
massive
didn't.
difference. It's
But
a
in
massive
saying
difference.
that too, because I did send a Snapchat making a rant about it. I was like, I'm never coming to Audi again. And then Tori did respond. She was like, nah, you must not be budgeting properly, because it doesn't make any sense. She goes, I actually do save. I'm like, oh, well, I just come and bought the same shit and I've saved about $12.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what you did there, but
I don't know what happened.
But do you and
definitely
Chloe like buy excessive like as in more than your week, or do you go
No,
do you buy like as in we're going to try and spend the least amount, not ration, but you want to get some snacks and
Beans
this
and
and
rice.
that.
No,
But
well,
like,
even the past month, I've cut out snacks in general just because of how expensive. You know what it is? It's the meat. The meat gets you. That's why
but it's still cheaper at Aldi.
Yeah, well, apparently, look, I've also got some inside information. Shout out to Scud Muffin. He reckons there's a butcher in the area. He goes, go there. He goes,
Oh yeah, if you want to ask about meat, bro, Scud is the guy to
and
ask.
he reckons it's cheap.
That guy
It's
cooks
cheap,
meat.
good meat. So I'm gonna go there.
He's cooking meat every fucking night. That guy.
Yeah.
He's got a Weber, and he used to send Snapchats.
like grilling shit and
he's
smoking
grilling,
shit.
smoking, and he goes, and then he always does the whistle like at the end. He goes,
yeah.
and I'm like, bro,
But well, he reckons his butcher. It's
where is it?
somewhere in St. Mary's. He reckons
Okay.
it's actually cheap. So I haven't tried it yet though. I keep forgetting. But
But then you got to go out of your way. It sucks that you can't do the shopping at one stop
know.
shop. You got to go.
know.
That's the problem with Audi too. Like,
Yeah, they don't have everything. They have a few things, but yeah. And they also have this random aisle Aldi with like little bits and bobs that
the
you
random
go-
shit.
Yeah,
How
the
good's the random shit, bro? They come out every
Even
week.
though sometimes we don't buy shit, but we're always just going down, going, "Oh, look at this, a foot massager." I don't know.
Never ever gonna.
Yeah, but these hand over fist organizations, bro, they just make money like. I don't know. I think they played COVID to their advantage.
100%.
And now it's never gonna go back to what it was because no company wants to go backwards.
No one wants to lose profits.
Yeah, and no one can step up and say something. Like those big organizations, they charge what they want because they know you're going to shop there. But if Aldi is still making money, that goes to show how much more Coles and Woolies are making.
Yeah.
Because if Aldi isn't going broke and
Yeah.
they're clearly doing well still.
And all they've done is literally shave off a couple of dollars off everything. That's it.
Yeah.
Literally $1 or $2.
Yeah.
That's all they need to do. Just bring it back just
But
a
it
notch.
adds up.
Bring it back a notch. Just even just 50 cents on this, $1 on that, $2 on this, bring it back.
And then
a little bit,
sometimes I go to Woolies and they have price saved and then it has like this old number and then it has a cross and then the new one.
Yeah.
But then it's like you go on the old thing and it's the same.
Yeah.
So it's like you didn't save anything. You stuck the same price over there and you've gone.
That sounds
So
illegal.
you're actually checking the.
Yeah, because I'm always there. I always just like, what are you? Oh, behind door number 3.
Yeah.
They got the digital ones now. You seen that?
Oh,
It's all
really?
digital. Have you seen those?
No,
it's fairly
no.
new.
Well, at Woolies.
All the tickets now are digital. At least at my Woolies. All
Well,
the
you
tickets
scan
are
'em?
digital. No, the pricing. Like
price
it's,
tag's
it's a
on the
little
shelves.
screen. The price tag's on a little screen.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, I'm not a fucking St. Clair. We fucking.
Yeah, we have to calculate that shit in our heads.
Yeah, fuck. I've still got to fight a junkie to get into my Woolies.
for a pack of Tim Tams or something. Like, get free Tim Tams.
I want to bring up something. Touching on what we were speaking about before, about where do we believe we're going to go. Let me read out a list of theories people have put together over the years, right? Here we go. The first one is the zoo theory. Aliens see us as an attraction in their little zoo, part of a type of nature preserve that has been set off limits, free to grow and not to be disturbed by intelligent life. The great filter theory. All other intelligent life died in mass extinctions and we are most definitely next. Then you've got the great silence theory. Aliens believe they are far more intelligent than us and we aren't even worth their time. So they just fucking leave us alone. Then you've got the incubation theory. They are waiting to harvest us once we have evolved to their liking and use us as slaves and organic batteries. The rare earth theory. We are alone. Out of that list there, what's your favorite, or the one that you think makes the most sense?
What was the first one again?
So the first one was the zoo theory.
See, that's my favorite, but that's also the least likely.
Yeah.
I've heard of the great filter theory, which is the reason why we haven't seen any other advanced civilizations.
It's 'cause we're the last one.
They get to a point where they die out.
Yeah,
eliminate themselves
I
out.
think that one personally.
And we're next.
I think that's probably pretty likely. I think also it's pretty likely that the harvesting one, where they harvest our souls.
They're waiting to use us. Yep.
That's what Bob Lazar has said too, as well. That with his alien shit, that apparently they harvest. We're a soul farm. Growing souls. They use us to grow souls for whatever reason. So I don't know, man. What do you think?
The zoo one, what was it again? The zoo, they're watching us through like
we're like monkeys in a zoo.
We're just like literally monkeys.
Okay, there's no real point to that one.
Well, it's like, isn't there a Simpsons episode or something where the aliens, it's like a reality TV
Yeah, they're just
show?
watching us, yeah.
Something like that.
I like the harvest one.
Harvest
Hopefully
one.
they like.
I think that's one of the more likely ones.
They want to harvest us for slaves and stuff. Hopefully I get chosen to be like a sex slave or something, like an alien sex slave. Something fun, you know. Not
you said it to death by shmoo shmoo.
Snoo. If you read the Anunnaki stories and shit too, well, apparently that's what we are too. The Anunnaki came, they spliced our DNA to farm us for gold, basically. We used us as slaves to farm gold.
That's right. I remember Holloway's reaction was cracking up. He's like, oh, what did he say when we filmed our COVID episode on Discord?
Yeah,
you're explaining that theory, and then Holloway just goes, hold on a second, you're telling me these motherfuckers have interdimensional space travel, but they can't mine gold.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
God.
I was like, oh, you're right. I'm like, how can they not just go fucking find gold, but they can space travel and fly? I'm like, yeah, you're
That
right.
is actually a good point.
They can't mine gold.
I didn't make the fucking theory.
Oh, fucking, these are funny cunt, bro.
I got something I want to get hear from you guys. I got other
That
shit.
fucking flip phone, dude.
I know. I've grown to
I like it. I like
I've grown
it.
to like
It's
it.
fucking dope, man. Especially when you're on Spotify in the gym and you can just use this little screen. It's
Yeah, that's cool.
that's true.
It's fucking dope, man. But anyway, apparently there's evidence of people who get organ transplants taking on the memory of the person they received it from. So there was this dude who killed himself by shooting himself in the head or whatever, and someone received a transplant of his. I think it was a heart transplant, and then he also ended up killing himself, shooting himself in the head. And there's a few stories of this, right? And another thing that is reported is cellular memory. So apparently cells have some type of memory, like it's a theory and they play around with it. But what do you think? Do you think that it's possible if I receive someone else's heart, I could take on their characteristics?
Ooh, surely, right? There's got to be something.
You'd think there's something. Right? There's a lot of energy in your organs, man.
Yeah, your organs are you.
They're you. Yeah, I don't know.
See, I just thought like your brain is the main thing. Well, the brain is the one organ you can't get a transplant on. But I thought, if anything, if you could, if there was such thing as a brain transplant, then yes, I think the memories and all that would definitely be there, remnants of that. But I just thought your heart is the motor that keeps you going. So I don't know, maybe in my head, my take on that is it was just a weird coincidence that I just don't think, because then it's like if someone gets a kidney transplant or a liver, does it matter what organ.
So, like, if I needed a kidney and you gave me a kidney, would I grow a beard?
Yeah.
Like a hectic, like,
Yeah. Maybe not.
yes or no?
No.
No? Maybe?
I don't know, man.
It does. I get it though, because you're getting it from someone else, and people go, oh, people relate your heart with your feelings. Like, I got a broken heart and I got this. So it's like, if you feel a certain way, if you're depressed and you're like, oh, even though that's a brain thing, a chemical brain thing, maybe that does have something to do with your heart.
It's got to come from somewhere. Why is the heart so associated with emotion anyway?
yeah.
Where'd that come from?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The heart's just the pump.
Well,
the
people
blood.
say you got to make decisions with your brain, not your heart.
Or your heart,
because your heart's just what you're emotionally feeling, but your brain's the one that's actually thinking logically.
Yeah.
Or is it the other way around? No, it's think with your brain. Make choices with your brain, not your heart. Yeah.
Your heart is your feelings.
Yeah.
Or your head, not with your dick. You know what I mean?
Well, yes.
That's the other head, the third head.
Yeah, that's the third eye. The little worm.
The third eye. Just the dick in the middle of someone's head. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's a tricky one.
Yeah.
But apparently, I think it is only with the heart, really, that these kind of things are reported.
I would feel like the brain and the heart, like I said, you can't get a brain transplant, but the brain and the heart are the two major organs in your body, right? Like,
I don't know. Interesting thought, though. My missus brought that up to me.
it's kind of strange. Like, imagine after you receive someone else's heart to think this was in someone else.
That'd be
Such a weird thing.
You got another thing?
Just one more thing before we duck off. Has anyone heard about the Kim K and Kris Jenner?
Oh, bro, my missus was saying something about this.
So
bro.
it's alluded that there's rumors going around that multiple things, right? Like, Kanye's been saying this for ages, that Kris Jenner was behind Kim K's sex tape originally. And because she's their manager, Kris is their manager, it's all for publicity and how they can, capitalize off someone else's fame or whatever. And they're saying that not just that she was, in charge of like coordinating this sex tape to blow Kim up, because that was her blow up, really.
Yeah.
Also, do you remember ages ago when Kim K was younger and Bieber just got famous, Justin Bieber? And then Kim K and Bieber were like all friendly and having photos together, and they took weird photo shoots at the beach in their clothes, like all wet and they're like playful and whatever. It's said that Kim K and Kris Jenner was like basically doing what Diddy done to Bieber in terms of like just like capitalizing and manipulating him, like capitalizing off his stardom and manipulating him to get like to boost their own careers and like fame, you know what I mean? And and Kris Jenner was like in cahoots with Diddy, and
apparently Kris Jenner fled the country because Diddy's been caught. My missus was saying she's fled the country. Wait, is it a she or he? She's fled the. It was a man though, right?
No, Kris Jenner.
Bruce Jenner.
You're talking about Bruce.
Yeah, okay, I got confused there for a second.
Chris with a K.
Yeah,
Chris
the
is
mum.
the mum.
Yeah, so the mum apparently fled the country because she was in cahoots with Diddy, and now he's been caught. She's shit herself, and she's
this was found in the
gapped it.
tapes. Some of the footage, and this came out because of what they found at Diddy's place.
Yeah.
Oh.
And so Kim, and then also there was rumors where Kourtney Kardashian, her son is actually Justin Bieber's kid. So years ago, right, she was on the Ellen show and she was asked about Bieber, and she got all giddy when they brought up Bieber, like it was weird, right? And she's like, "Oh, what was that smile for?" He goes, "Oh, it was nothing. It was just whatever." And then she had this baby, and then she was seeing this guy, this Scott guy that they were always on and off, like this Kourtney girl. Kourtney and Scott were together for ages, and then they're with their kids, right? And this kid, one of their kids, is a spitting image of Justin Bieber, bro. Like, it looks exactly like Justin when he was younger, right? Like, and I'm just like, everyone's like, "Oh my God." And that could just be whatever. It looks like Justin Bieber, right? But it was just like, it just goes to show the things that some people would do just for fame. And I would not put it past them, especially Kris being the person that she is, at least what she's perceived to be in the media. She's just she's their mum, but also their manager, like proper. Like, she treats them like, okay, kids, it's their family, but also
business.
Kris is the main reason that they're as big as what they are. You know what I mean? Like, that she's actually brought all of them up.
I thought you were going to say, because I heard on the radio today, actually, at work, that there's rumors going around now that Khloe is actually O.J. Simpson's daughter or something. Or some shit like that. Like, Chloe had doubts that she was that Bruce, not Bruce, the fucking dad is the actual dad. I thought that's what you were talking about. But the fucking, I guess the Kardashians have a lot going on.
Yeah, so now they could face like jail time. They could if it goes to that way. But like we said before, money can help with a lot of things.
They've got too much money.
They got too much money.
It's like Epstein's friends. Like Epstein got done, but no one else did.
Yeah.
It's just everyone's in cahoots at that point when you're that rich and famous. Yeah, They'll have front row seats at Bohemian Grove, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
Whoa.
It's just interesting because Bieber hasn't said anything, and it's like, is he sitting on a landmine? Like, is he sitting?
I'm sure he is.
Of course he is.
He's like Thanos. You have Thanos with his fingers. He can click.
That can't. He'd be shitting himself. One wrong thing he says, they're gonna either neck him or he's going to jail. Because he's seen some. When you're bro,
that's why he's quiet.
That's why he's quiet now. And you watch, he won't say shit now. He won't say shit.
Especially he's
shitting himself.
Created a good life for himself. No matter how he got that life. First of all, he got in that life because he's very talented and he can sing his fucking dick off.
Yeah, of course.
But also, he had a hand. He knew people, and he got in with them. And now he's just like, okay, I've been fucked by Diddy enough.
Exactly,
backing off a little.
And plus, I guess if you got Kim K under your arm, it's not the worst thing, right?
Well,
he seems pretty happy. He's been with his wife for a while.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So he seems at peace. He doesn't want to ruin his peace, and he's like,
and now Diddy's gone fucked her for all of them. He's got caught. Now they're all shitting themselves.
Yeah, bro.
Fuck, I've been to some of those parties, man. I've done some weird shit there. Like, fuck it. You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah,
fuck,
I'd be sweating if I was on the list.
Oh, bro. Oh, Joey K gets named at Diddy's freak off parties.
That's it. Like you said, I'm at the forefront, bro. I was holding the
You're
banner.
involved in the scandal and shit. God damn. Well, that's it from me, my boys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's wrap it.
We had a big crazy week, man.
So much has happened just this week.
So much has happened. There's some morbid topics there. We do apologize, but it is, happening in our backyard. So
it's hard to ignore, man.
It's hard to ignore.
That's a part of the news corner. You know what I mean?
That's exactly. That's why we have this segment where we can talk about this crazy shit that's happening. Hopefully, for the rest of this year, we don't have any more crazy stabbings and crazy shit and fucking Orthodox bloody Christians running rampant and shit.
Stream the album. It's out now.
Tomorrow.
As you're listening.
Things change.
So,
by the time you...
Thank you.
Yeah.
How many songs on this?
8 songs. And your album is when?
May the 3rd.
May the
day
3rd.
before Star Wars Day. I was going to do May the 4th, but May the 3rd was Friday for Friendly Fridays, and I didn't want to steal Star Wars' thunder. Like my joke, man.
So, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening, all that shit. Thank you for listening to the album. Let me know what you like.
Maybe next week we'll do some snippets of the album, talk about some things.
Yeah,
sure, man.
We can do a little,
little snippet. We'll break some,
do that.
We'll break some things down.
It's the first album I've done where there's really a cohesive story instead of just me. They've all had kind of loose order. Like I'll usually start with a vibe and end with a vibe.
Theme.
Yeah, but this is the first one where it's kind of actually like a
in order.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a
like
journey.
that. I like that.
Yeah, it was different for me, man. I'm very proud of it. So stream it, play it. Let me know what you think. Salut.
Thank you very much.